Welcome, Pewter Report readers, viewers, and listeners, to a brand new edition of the Pewter Game Day Show, brought to you by BetUS. It is a Thursday night football edition of the Pewter Game Day Show, as the Bucs are getting it rocking and rolling early this week with a very fun, very interesting divisional matchup at Atlanta against the Falcons. Things are about to kick off momentarily. I'm your host, Matt Matera. Joined with me is my fellow colleague from PewterReport.com. Great to have him on. Four-quarter Bailey Adams. Bailey, thanks for joining, and how we doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me, Matt. Feel better than you normally would. I think probably, 5 or 6 years ago when the Bucs were on prime time, it was just almost a guaranteed loss. But I think, that changed a little bit under Brady. I know they haven't won on Thursday Night Football in the last 2 years, so hopefully that changes tonight.
Hopefully it does. I think the Bucs are due for a Thursday night win, and just want to say hello to all of the Pewter people that are joining us. We know it's a different time slot with a Thursday night game versus a typical Sunday game at 1 or 4 o'clock. So thanks to everyone, including you, Cincy Kid, who says, woo! Shaggy also says, Falcons overrated. Let's get this W. And Fruit Kawab says, Gus Swayze about to cook. Yeah, Bailey, that was such a fun surprise today, because I did not know that was going on.
Right.
Baker Mayfield doing a show hosted by Eli Manning called The Undercovers, where he went undercover as a Bucs fan, and just hilarity ensued with Baker Mayfield in his disguise.
Yeah, no, it was great. I told you before we jumped on here a little bit. Like I grew up an Eli Manning fan. I love both the Mannings, but Eli was kind of my guy over Peyton. Maybe he was just trying to be a little different. But seeing him host that, and Baker, who I think already is just a character himself when he gets to be an extra bit of a character under disguise. A lot of fun.
All right, looks like the Bucs are going to kick off, which means they'll get the ball in the second half. The only other time the Bucs did not get the ball first, it was against Denver, so hopefully that goes better. And Trenton Gill, that was another little storyline. He is going to be the kickoff specialist and punter once again for Tampa Bay. So Jake Camarda inactive again. Apologies to Josh Capo. And if you're wondering where Josh Capo is, he's at the game right now in Atlanta. So that's why we have an assortment of Pewter reporters coming on today. We'll also have Chris Mathis from, he's the producer of The Drive with T-Kraz. He'll be on at halftime. And then T-Kraz, as he does every week, will be on as well. So let's see how this Bucs defense looks against Kirk Cousins and the Falcons offense. Falcons going with their red helmet once again. Looks like Mooney went in motion. It's a handoff to Bijan Robinson. And as we've seen early on, the Bucs getting the stop in the run, but the Falcons just have not been able to get the ground game going early on this season, Bailey.
It's been surprising. It was a little bit of prep for this game. I was kind of looking. I don't know why. I guess the little bit I've watched of them this year, I've thought Bijan had looked better than he did under Arthur Smith, but not off to the start that I actually thought he was when I really looked into it.
Yeah, they're getting him more touches as Jordan Whitehead goes on a blitz. Cousins going down the field, hits a wide open Kyle Pitts. Some miscommunication there for the Bucs.
Yeah.
And the Falcons are already in close to scoring territory. I have Bijan Robinson on my fantasy team, so I've seen it a little more up close and personal. See what's going on here. So Whitehead, go ahead.
No, I have him on one, but yeah, it looks like that just Britt just didn't stay with Pitts. I don't know if you was trying to pass him off there, but no one picked him up.
Yeah, and that was a bit of a concern, right? With Servase Dennis being out for what's going to be a very long time. He may be out for the season. There was a concern about what do the Bucs do in passing situations. Like, Britt's obviously going to be on the field for certain moments, and you can't take him off the field the whole time. And it seemed like there was a mistake there.
Yeah, and Britt, I think that's kind of been the knock on him all along. It's just been a little bit of a ceiling athletically, and I think you kind of see it kind of exposed a little more in the pass game, and yeah, that's what happened there. But nice little stop on first down to get to 2nd and 7.
Yeah. Cousins takes shotgun snap, thrown to the left side. Looked like a push-off. Finally, it is incomplete. Mooney had the ball and then just could not hold on to it.
Yeah, I thought he did push off a little bit there too, but I guess no call.
What do you think about the Bucs playing some man-to-man defense early on.
I like it. I'm usually in favor of it. I think typically they have the guys to do it. I think Jamel in the past has been one of the better press man corners in the league, and you haven't seen him do it as much. I thought Carlton Davis was pretty good with it too, but Bowles likes to run the zone a little bit more.
So JTS was lined up as a linebacker. His Cousins finds Drake London over the middle. That's going to be a first down for Tampa Bay. JTS was standing next to Levante David and then rushed. I didn't see another linebacker on the field besides Levante David.
Let's see if we get a look here. We're getting more of
Yaya Diaby dropped back in coverage as well. Yeah, he just found a spot in the zone. That's really what it came down to. JB with the comment says, they are picking up our blitzes very well. Not a good start on defense.
Oh, that's a good job by Tyke Smith.
Yeah. Tyke Smith playing in a spot where he's quite familiar with all the SEC championship games that Georgia has played in.
That's the second time Tyke's kind of come up on one of those run plays. The first time, I think he slowed down Bijan Robinson, and he still got a couple yards. But that one stopped him at the line. A really good job there, kind of making that initial stop, and then they rallied to him.
Second and 10. Atlanta's been good throwing the football so far. See if the Bucs can get a pass rush. Just another soft zone, London, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. Not how the Bucs wanted to start this game. I mean, soft zone, slicing and dicing made it easy for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and it looked like, I want to see it again, but it looked like Britt was right there in the vicinity again and kind of just wasn't up to the task. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough in zone. Like,
yeah,
you're only supposed to.
Yeah, he's just finding the soft spots in the zone. It looks like.
Yeah,
and there were a lot of them.
Well, let's see how the Bucs respond. That was a terrible, terrible start.
Quick scoring drive.
And all we can do is blame Josh Capo. All right, Bucs fans, how are we feeling after a pretty terrible first drive? Jeff the Champ says, big time liability, talking about KJ Britt. MJRVI, awful zones. Lucas Batiste, Britt's not good in any coverage. Again, I'm not going to get on KJ Britt's case for the London touchdown, but that first third down, or that first big passing play to Kyle Pitts, I think that was on KJ Britt. So we will continue to monitor that situation. Cincy Kid says, this better not be the Broncos all over. Lucas Batiste also follows up with, put J.J. Russell in. We'll see what adjustments get made. And that's kind of been a knock on Todd Bowles, is he's loyal to his guys to a fault, and sometimes the indecisiveness of making a change has come back to haunt the Buccaneers.
Yeah, and what's kind of especially frustrating about that drive is that they got him into a lot of the situations you'd want to get them into. They'd stop the early down runs and get to 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, and they would just pick apart the zone on 3rd down. So I don't know. We'll see how sustainable that is for Atlanta, or if the Bucs can kind of figure something out and get some pressure on Kirk Cousins next time around.
Cam says, please just win. I just got back from playing my high school game and won, Matt. Congratulations, Cam. Awesome. That is awesome. Hopefully the Bucs can follow in your footsteps and get a win as well. I saw someone asking about why was Yaya Diaby in coverage. Yeah, Geist85 said that. I mean, the Bucs do ask their outside linebackers to cover, so it's not the most shocking thing. It's part of it is to do it is like the element of surprise. With that said, do you want Yaya dropping back on the first 3rd down of the game? I don't necessarily think so. But again, it's one of those, if it works, it's like, wow, this guy is a genius for calling it up.
Yeah, and I don't think you typically see it with extreme regularity or anything. I think it's more so just one of those looks that Todd Bowles. That's what he asks his outside linebackers to do that a lot. So, I mean, not a ton, but it's something that they need to do, and it's something that JTS is especially good at. But I think some other guys are still developing that aspect of their game.
How do you feel about the Thursday night broadcast in general when the Bucs aren't playing?
Typically, I like it. Yeah, I think
sometimes Al Michaels seems checked out. Sean Tucker has a pretty good run, gets out to the 35.
Yeah, I mean, Al Michaels a legend, but I do agree with you. I think there are times where it just sounds like he'd rather be anywhere else, and sometimes it's because the Thursday night games do just absolutely stink. So,
also very true. Yeah,
not always necessarily his fault, but I guess on that front, he is supposed to make it more exciting if he can.
All right, here comes Baker Mayfield, a.k.a. Gus Swayze. Bucs have two tight ends on the field. Peyton Durham and Kate Otten lined up next to each other on the left side. Mike
Starting
Evans to the right.
37.
Yeah. They're going to run play action. Durham in the block. Baker over the middle. It's caught by Michael Lynn Evans, the greatest offensive player in Buccaneers history. And for the second week in a row, Bailey, the Bucs get Mike Evans involved early.
I like it. I like that they did it last week after kind of a lot of talk after the Denver game about 3 targets, only 2 in the first half. And yeah, right off the bat, last week, first down throw, this one, another first down throw to get them going.
So 1st and 10, Bucs just over midfield. Baker under center. Kate Otten goes in motion. They hand it off with Rachaad White. That gap blocking looking good for Rachaad. Gets about 4 to 5 yards. That's exactly what you want to see from this Bucs run game.
I'm curious to see what Liam Cohen's game plan, the approach is in this game, because Atlanta's run defense hasn't been good this year. And you know, the Bucs rushing offense has been, I think, marginally better, maybe even a little bit more than marginally better, but still not where they want it. But I think it's progressing, and was wondering if this could be a breakout kind of game against a defense that is allowing, I think, 145 yards per game.
Yeah, that was big from Josh Capo with some notes about that. You can run on this Falcons. You can run on this Falcons defense. AJ Terrell nearly with a pick. Looked like he bumped into Mike Evans, though. He was very aggressive on that front.
And yeah, right off his hands and in his chest. Also, AJ Terrell, the interesting move of wearing a mouthpiece that's not connected to his helmet.
Okay, that's crazy. But the other thing that annoys me is all these players have mouthpieces, and they don't use them. They just let it fly all over the field as they're running.
Yeah.
Just don't have the mouthpiece if you're not going to use it. I don't know if it's an NFL rule. It just aggravates me. 3rd and 5. Baker throwing over the middle. He finds Mike Evans, takes a shot. Ooh. That's a first down. The part I was worried about is Justin School went over to try to help, and Mike kind of got thrown into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree from Bucs guy. How's that not a flag? That totally should have been
this one.
But regardless, Bucs got the first down, so move on.
It's hard to tell because I don't have the sound on. I don't know about you, but I don't know if there was a whistle there before he was thrown right into School.
Yeah, that too. Looks like a pitch to Rachaad White. Thought he was going to throw it for a second, but ends up getting a 2-yard gain. Still haven't seen Bucky Irving yet. Curious, Bucky moved up the snap count more last game, as Todd Bowles kind of told us. Looks like Cameron Johnson is down. Who has been nicked up this year. I mean, he missed a significant amount of time in training camp with injuries. Missed the first 2 preseason games. Wasn't able to go until the last one. And then he was on the injury report the last couple of weeks as well. So
could you tell what they were looking at there? Because he had his hands up on his face mask, but I don't know that they were kind of upper body. But then I saw one of the trainers kind of gesture to his ankle, leg. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure. If people in the chat want to let us know, because we don't watch with volume because we're talking to each other and it would be a distraction. My initial thought, and again, I do not have a medical degree. I thought he was kind of just grabbing his face mask. Like, when like you're angry, you kind of like want to shake your fist or hit something, or in this case, yeah. But the Bucs are already thin at wide receiver, Bailey, with obviously with Trey Palmer out and Jalen McMillan, and now Cameron Johnson. We'll see.
Yeah, when you said you don't have a medical degree, I thought you were going to go with a line my dad always says is, "I'm not a doctor, I just play one on TV." But yeah, so they have, because I know they signed, they signed Sterling Shepard to the active roster and then elevated Cody Thompson. So yeah, they're already thin enough to where they had to do that, and might see a little bit of Cody Thompson now if Cameron Johnson's out.
That is right, as Eater17 says, Thompson time. And, Cody Thompson was a darling of training camp, making plays all over the place, built up this great chemistry with Kyle Trask, who hopefully we don't see Kyle Trask in this game unless it's a kneel down at the end of it. I don't know. I don't recall. You were at a lot of training camps as well. I don't recall too much work with Baker Mayfield and Cody Thompson, but, he may be sprung into action depending on what Tampa Bay needs. And another good thing is he's a very good special teams player, so he can contribute in that area. Someone asking for Devontae Adams. Our own Adam Slavon, who will actually be on in the second quarter of this game, wrote a story about should the Bucs go after Devontae Adams, and I'll let him explain a little bit more. But the Bucs actually could make it work if they wanted to. So realistically, I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, the reports have already come out that he wants to play for the Jets or the Saints, and I'm sure the Bucs don't want him to go to the Saints, of course. So we'll see. 2nd and 9, Bucs are back. They hand it off with Rachaad White. Almost got through the initial push, which had Rook Orhoro out of Clemson.
When we came back from commercial, they did show Cameron Johnson walking off under his own power, kind of walking with a bit of a speed walk. Like when you get mad, and you like walk quickly.
Yep.
I think that's what that looked like. It looked like he was trying to get to the medical tent quickly because I'm sure he's probably frustrated if he's banged up again for the third
getting
time.
Hurt is gets people angry. All right, 3rd and 9. Can the Bucs continue their drive? It's a screen to Cade Otton. Graham Barton gets out in front, and that's a first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I did not have a Cade Otton screen on my bingo card, but hey, shout out to the creativeness of Liam Cohen and doing it on the side of Justin School. Oh, just so well done. Cade Otton blocking Matthew Judon, who's not wearing gloves. So it's a no gloves versus no gloves matchup on the end there. Wow. Quite fascinating. So Bucs are over the 20.
Love that call.
Baker looking, throws over the middle. It is caught by Chris
Godwin.
Praise be to Godwin. And the Bucs are at the goal line, knocking on the door.
We gonna get a shootout on Thursday Night Football, Matt?
Yeah. Well, I took the under, so probably. Whew. Good thing it didn't truly hit his knee.
Oh, yeah. Kind of got him up on the thigh.
Gus Swayze dealing, says Farouk Kawab. Yeah, that's
I was
absolutely
going to say,
true.
have you gotten – I mean, I think just partly the results speak for themselves so far, but do you kind of just get the sense watching Baker so far this season that he's just more comfortable? Because, like, there's a couple times I've seen him drop back tonight where he just looks dialed in. And it's not like kind of – he's not – I know that the Denver game he did get a little happy feet, but we're not seeing as much of the just kind of the sporadic play that we saw last year.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of like him running all over the place in the first 2 weeks, the really first 3 weeks, and then Denver was just its own debacle. But when Baker's been on, he hasn't been this good since his Heisman year at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Seriously, I legitimately mean that. So, yeah, I mean, some guys play better like in a contract year when they want to get the big payday. I think other guys play better once the deal is done. And it's just kind of like, all right, I can relax, but not like slack off or anything like that. Like I can just be myself. And I think Baker kind of has that now. All right, we got Bucky Irving and Rachaad White in at the same time. The pony package. Bucky goes in motion. Little play action. Baker rolling to his right, then throws over the middle.
Wide
Touchdown.
open.
Mike Evans. Another tutty for Evans on the season. Bucs make it 7-6 with an extra point coming up to tie it up. A masterful, flawless response by the Buccaneers with their first drive on offense, looking to tie the game up.
Matt, 2 opening drive touchdowns in the last 2 weeks for the Bucs. After going, I believe, 23 games without him. And yeah, that's huge. Massive response there.
And selfishly, Mike Evans also on my fantasy team, so love to see that. And I'm playing my brother this week. My brother shares a birthday with Mike Evans, so could hurt a little bit more. Bucs tie the game up, but we got to play that video. That's right. Touchdown, baby. We are tied up at 7.
I think that would give Evans 98 career receiving touchdowns, 99 touchdowns total for his career.
Do you recall how he got his other touchdown?
What do you mean? Oh, the fumble recovery. I don't remember the play, but he recovered a fumble in the end zone.
Yeah, so it was Bucs Giants at the Meadowlands. Bucs were getting absolutely shellacked, and Jameis was running towards the end zone, got hit, fumbled it. And the funny thing is, Mike Evans stole a touchdown from Ryan Jensen. I mean, they were both diving on the ball. It wasn't like Mike pushed Ryan Jensen out of the way.
That was one of the games because that was what 2018, I think.
How did it be either
17
2019?
20, yeah, I think it would have been 2018 maybe. And that was I can't remember if that's the one where Fitzpatrick got benched and Jameis came in, or because there were a couple of them that year where Jameis got benched and then Fitzpatrick came in, and there was another one where finally Fitzpatrick, the magic kind of ran out a little bit, and they brought Jameis back in. Yeah,
so 2018 was when Jameis got suspended, because 2019 was when Bruce came, and Ryan Fitzpatrick wasn't on that team.
Right.
The game where Fitz got benched, it was they were 3-1. They had just lost to the Steelers, but they were playing. It was the Mitch Trubisky game for the Bears.
Right.
And Fitzpatrick started that game, but then it became a blowout, and then James came in, and he was the starter ever since. But hey, better times were ahead for the Bucs. They got Tom Brady. They won some Super Bowls. And then,
speaking of Ryan Fitzpatrick,
have what you have now.
It's on the screen right now with a strange-looking bust.
Yeah, right. That was a great response from the Bucs.
I don't think Bucs fans want to see this.
Yeah, it seems like all the primetime broadcasts tend to heavily favor the home team. Remember the Monday night game with Eagles Falcons, and it was all about the Eagles.
Yeah.
Get out. No, never mind.
And I believe this is Matt Ryan's induction night or something like that.
Yes, yeah, he's going into after the Falcons very humbly put Arthur Blank in.
Which is a funny decision to wear the kind of the throwback uniforms and go with the throwback field when Matt Ryan.
Right, he never wore that. Yeah.
Matt Ryan.
I think they wore those uniforms last week too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, at New Orleans, right? I think they did. At least the helmets. I guess they maybe wouldn't have been the black jerseys, but I think they wore the helmets, didn't they? Or were they? I think they just
wore the helmets.
Did.
I thought they were the home team, but maybe I was wrong.
Maybe it was the Chiefs game on Sunday night.
Yeah. Anyway, Falcons go play action. Kirk Cousins again with plenty of time. He's going to hit Mooney for a first down. So clearly no one wants to play defense today.
We're getting not quite Alabama, Georgia levels of back and forth, but a more methodical version of it, maybe.
That was an unreal game.
Yeah. Okay, so a little bit of news. Falcons nickelback D. Alford is being checked for a concussion right now.
Cousins has all day. Finds Tyler Algier. Finally cleaned up by Yaya Diaby. $6:50 to go in the first quarter. Very entertaining first quarter. As we are all tied up at 7. Kirk Cousins is 5 of 6 for 87 yards and a tutty.
Okay, so Cameron Johnson's
Hand it
injury
off
was to his ankle.
Algier runs for a first down. Yeah, not the start you want from the Bucs defense. I mean, no pressure at all. And I think that speaks to more of, going against the Eagles where there was no, a lot of backup linemen in that game. Bucs going to run on quickly. So Atlanta's over midfield. Pitts goes in motion. Whitehead blitzes. And Ray McLeod makes the catch. That's an odd, formation. He just floated it over the head of Tyke Smith.
Yeah, the Bucs have no answer right now.
Jeff the Champ says, why isn't Vita there dominating the backup center? I mean, I haven't watched him every single play, but I would imagine they are double teaming Vita Vea a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot different. It makes such a difference for the Bucs when they get Kalijah Cansey back, because Kalijah was drawing some of those double teams.
Yeah, I thought Darnell Mooney was going to throw that ball. He looked like he was going to throw it. So I apologize for cutting you off, but that
eventually he did throw it, and it was, I guess, one of those. I think they probably just told him throw it away if it's not there. But yeah, no, I'm getting Kalijah Cansey back whenever they can. Hopefully soon. Maybe a little bit extra time before New Orleans. We'll get him back next week, but getting him back on the defensive line would be huge.
No doubt about it. And Todd Bowles had said that there's a chance he could have had a shot to play if this were a Sunday game, but it is not. Anthony Nelson and Chris Braswell in that outside linebacker now. Maybe they can generate a pass rush. Cousins looking to his right. It's caught by Drake. You sound like you're from London. That's Forgetting Sarah Marshall for those wondering.
What a great movie.
Yeah.
See if the Bucs can get off the field.
3rd and 5. KJ Britt is still on the field on 3rd down, so they've been keeping him in. Bucs look like they're going to blitz. We'll see if they do that or just faking. Yep, they drop back. And Vita Vea, people were asking for him. Ask and you shall receive. Vita Vea with the sack and then crawling after making the play. Bijan Robinson wanted no part of
no. Yeah, that was. It's almost like he tried to chip Vita, but also not really.
Big time 3rd down stop. The kick by Koo is up, and it is no
good.
Good. Wide left. Bucs catch
there's
a break,
flag.
but there's a flag. Oh, boy.
I'm wondering if it's offsides. I saw someone twitch. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, it is offsides. 32. That's Josh Hayes. Oh, that's a costly mistake. Todd Bowles showing a little bit of emotion. Josh Hayes is.
Oh yeah, I saw. Is that Merriweather?
Yeah,
I saw Merriweather
it didn't
move
look
first,
like.
I think.
Imagine he missed it again.
I was just going to say, I mean, he hit a 58-yarder to win it last week, and then him missing a 46-yarder, but...
He missed it again! Holy smokes! Can you believe it? Oh!
The hero last week. I want to see it again. Okay, I missed it because on the setup, on the snap, on the second one, something looked off. Not about the snap. I'm talking about his approach, about Koo's approach to the ball. It just didn't look like it didn't look right, and missed it again.
Goodness gracious, that was unreal. What a crazy first quarter this has been. It's going to be fun to recap this on our Pewter post-game show and with all of our content on pewterreport.com. If you want to check out all of our content, and people have asked us before, are you going to do an app? We're not going to do an app, but we pretty much have a Pewter Report app when it comes to autographs. You got to check out Autograph. It's already what you do as a fan. It's reading blogs, listening to podcasts, watching breakdowns, and it's all condensed in one place for you, where you can also earn rewards for being the fan that you are. It's completely free, and it's available on iPhones and Androids. It has all Pewter Report coverage, has other Bucs coverage, and for all different sports as well, like the WNBA, NBA, MLB, and fantasy football. So say you're a fan of another team in another sport, they will have it for you on Autograph, and of course, with Bucs football. So you can read Pewter Report news, watch Pewter Report videos and podcasts, and get rewarded in one free app over at Autograph using the promo code Pewter. That's PEWTER. It's also co-founded by Buccaneer great Tom Brady and Super Bowl MVP. So you know that Tom Brady gives it a thumbs up and is a supporter of it. Check out Autograph tonight after the Bucs game, or do it right now during commercial break. Man, oh man, what a break for the Buccaneers. Let's see how they take advantage of it.
So this is something Josh Capo just brought up in our Pewter Report group chat about. He thinks that some of Younghoe Koo's worst games have come against the Bucs. He definitely last year in Week 14, he was 1 of 3 against the Bucs in a 4-point loss for the Falcons. One of them he missed from 50. The other one he missed right before halftime from 52. So longer than the 46 and 41 yarders he just missed. But
maybe he's afraid of Pirates.
Might be. That just reminded me of who is it? I think it was Yandy Diaz on the Rays. Chris
Godwin with the screen pass gets a first down. Sorry, Bailey. Please continue.
I think it's Yandy Diaz. Somebody on the Rays when they're on the road. No, it's not Yandy Diaz. I think it might be Mookie Betts with the Dodgers. I forget what city it is, but they don't. He doesn't stay in the hotel with the team on one of their trips because supposedly it's a haunted hotel. And he's afraid of ghosts.
Jeez. I understand that.
I think it was a Mookie Betts story that I'm thinking of.
Baker under center, 1st and 10 for the Bucs. They're going to hand it off with Bucky Irving. Nucky if you Bucky, as Bucky gets a first down, and he's still rolling.
Hold on.
Bucky Irving does the Allen Iverson over the defender as well. Got him. Oh. Well done by Bucky. By the way, I had the over of 8.5 rushing attempts for Bucky Irving. Also had under and passing yards for Baker Mayfield, over 5.5 catches for Chris Godwin, and Chase Money McLaughlin over 1.5 field goals. So, hey, there you go.
Been waiting for you to look at the screen for about 20 seconds.
Oh, man,
there we go.
Up over here.
There we go.
Bucs go play action. Baker has time. He's throwing it deep.
Oof.
Overthrows his old Oklahoma buddy Sterling Shepard, who did have a step on the play.
Yeah, that would have been a big one.
But I like the Bucs taking a shot.
I was going to say after the missed field goal, or both missed field goals from Younghoe Koo, normally whenever I'm on the Pewter GameDay show with you in the first quarter, it's just the most boring first quarters of all time. So I'm glad we got a different one.
This is fireworks, baby. 2nd and 10 for the Bucs. Baker barking out some stuff at the line of scrimmage. Falcons send a corner blitz. Baker sees it, gets it to Chris Godwin. They'll set up a 3rd and short. Godwin looks like he's yelling some stuff too. He's typically not vocal at all.
It's kind of, you saw that clip with Mike Evans came out, I think, yesterday too, where he was talking to Quinion Mitchell, and I don't think talks like that normally. I don't know if there was something that maybe got under his skin, but
I think it was a rookie trying to chirp at him. Because
yeah.
at the end, he's kind of like, "Do you know who I am?" But then to Darius Slay, he was like, "Dude, we've been in the league for so long. Isn't that crazy?" Oh, I thought Chris Godwin caught that. Go for it. Do what they have.
What do you think he's gonna do, Matt? What do you think he's gonna do?
Conservative Todd? Nope, I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say what I'm thinking. But I will say it immediately after the next play.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of a poor throw from Baker.
Yeah, it was behind him. It almost into the defender, really.
53-yard field goal attempt for Chase Money McLaughlin. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good.
He is so money.
Bucs take, and he is so strong. Bucs take the lead to 10. Bucs take the lead 10-7. And let's get to the video. It's good. What I have to say, and I didn't want to say it, was like, Falcons start out with a touchdown, Bucs start out with a touchdown, Falcons miss a field goal. Like, I don't know about McLaughlin on this one.
I was reading your mind there because I figured it was something along those lines of, you just saw what happened on the other side. But
you know what? I'm glad I didn't say it. And also, Chase McLaughlin over 1.5 field goals. We are halfway there.
Honestly, when they set up for that field goal, it was a lot longer. I thought, they're going to take a field goal here. It's like a 35-yarder. I thought they were a lot further down the field than they were.
You know what, too? I mean, you trust your offense. And a big thing that we've gotten mad about, Bowles, when it comes to not going for it, is like, you're a defensive coach. You should trust your defense in that situation. The defense has not looked that good through 2 drives. Right. So I kind of understand taking the points here.
You're on the road. You're setting yourself up for points on both your first 2 drives. I get it more there than maybe some other scenarios.
Cincy Kid says, "Hey, Koo, this is how you do it. This is how you do it." Fur Kawab says, "How can Todd not trust Gus Sweezy in that situation?" Shaggy also says, "Chase Bank deposits only."
You got to find a way to get to Kirk Cousins like they did with Vita Vea on that last sack.
Yeah, no question about it. Now the Bucs defense gets to play with the lead, though. And their defense is much better when they have that lead.
Give Todd Bowles a lead.
Into motion. It's a swing pass to Bijan, who avoids 1 tackler. I'll take the fantasy points with the reception.
I think they're doing a lot more of that. You kind of mentioned it earlier about how they are getting the ball in his hands. It's just maybe not because they can't get the run game going, not traditional run plays, but he has had a really good receiving season so far.
No, for sure. By the way, shout out to Kevin Martinez who says, "Hell yeah, first game day experience. Let's go." That's awesome to see. We love that. Kevin Martinez, thank you for joining us and hope you're enjoying the show. They're going to hand it off with Bijan in a more traditional way.
Nowhere to go.
Shotgun.
Nowhere to go.
Stifled by this Buccaneers defense. Yeah, I mean, early on in the season for Atlanta, Tyler Algier has been more successful running the football than Bijan has. 3rd and 7. Cousins finds Mooney again with this tissue paper soft zone. Like he's just finding the spot over and over again.
Yeah. There are easy completions out there for him. on these third downs. I think this is going to be the end of the quarter. Are they going to run a play here? No.
Doesn't look like it. So that's the end of the first quarter. A very, very wild first quarter with the Bucs up 10-7. Bailey, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Any parting thoughts about this game before you head out?
Hopefully, I think there were some good vibes here in the first quarter. I think maybe Sly can bring them on in the second quarter and keep things going. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'll join you again soon, hopefully.
Yeah, let's do it again soon. We'll put a reservation in on the calendar. Thank you very much, Bailey. We will talk to you soon. And by the way, just a reminder for everybody, while this is the Pewter Game Day show going on right now, Bucs don't play this weekend, but next weekend we will be back on once again, starting with the Pewter pregame show for Bucs versus Saints. That'll be at 9 in the morning on October 13th. And then later on that afternoon, the Pewter Game Day show starts at 1 o'clock as the Bucs are on the road in New Orleans. It'll be myself and Josh Capo back on again, unless Josh decides to take a road trip to New Orleans, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, yeah, put that in your calendars as well, Pewter people. And joining me now for the second quarter, as we wait for that to get going, is my fellow colleague from PewterReport.com. You see him with me a lot on regular Thursday shows, but this is not a regular Thursday.
No.
Adam Slavon joining me. Adam, how we doing, man?
Doing great. A little nervous, not just only because of this game, but for some Brewers Mets as well. That's going on right now. Scoreless game. But with this game, first quarter.
I have the other TV with Mets Brewers on. So if you see me into the side.
Yeah. But on the opposite, this game has been high scoring so far.
Yes.
10-7 already.
Like all the energy we wanted from Mets Brewers just went to Bucs Falcons. So, yeah, give me your thoughts on the first quarter, what you saw, what you liked, and maybe what you didn't like.
Yeah, so far, I think the Falcons offense has kind of looked the best it has really all season. They had no trouble on that first drive, going 7 plays for 70 yards, moving down the field, really taking advantage of the middle of the field with KJ Britt filling in for Sebastian Dennis, kind of losing that pass coverage aspect. A lot of soft zone, as you and Bailey were kind of mentioning towards the end there. It's equaling Kirk Cousins getting so many opportunities to really get in a rhythm. But the sack by Vita Vea and then Younghoe Koo missing 2 consecutive field goals, that was something, man. Yeah.
That was truly unbelievable to miss 2 in a row just like that. Almost a very, very costly offsides penalty on Josh Hayes, even though it kind of looked like Kayvon Merriweather was moving along as well. But we're going to get started here in the second quarter. Falcons have it 1st and 10, right around the 45. They go a little play action. Vita Vea pursuing again Kirk Cousins, who shows enough mobility to at least get rid of the football. Baker Mayfield
almost had that, though.
Mayfield almost made the catch. I kind of thought, Adam, that they were going to do a roughing the passer penalty there. I hope they showed
it was very close.
Man, we are getting hit with a ton of bots in today's broadcast. But whatever. We're just going to keep deleting them, banning them,
moving.
Getting them to stop. JB says, lost internet connection. Did y'all say they missed 2 field goals in a row? Yeah, Younghoe Koo missed the first one, and then there was an offsides penalty on the Bucs. It wasn't enough to give them a first down as Cousins. Whoa! KJ Britt making a nice. Oh, come on. That's BS.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I don't like that call. That looks like a clean play.
Yeah, let's get the replay.
Just a lot of
let's
contact.
See what the call is. Like, is it illegal contact with a hit to the head? Is it a holding? Unnecessary roughness. Are you kidding me? Jeff the Champ, I appreciate your comment, but I cannot put it up on the screen. Let's see.
Okay.
He does hit him in the head.
Helmet to helmet.
Initially, I thought. So this was the other play that they didn't. Actually, I'm glad they didn't call that.
Yeah.
Initially, viewing it live, I thought KJ Britt, his hit lodged the ball out loose. But it clearly did not on the replay.
No.
Tyler Algier bounces it to the outside. You don't want to see a 7-yard gain, but nice job by Zion McCollum getting off of his block.
They're loving those flags right now.
Is this the same? Maybe people in the chat know. Is this the same referee crew from the last Thursday game where there's 1,000 penalties?
Tolbert, I think so.
I don't like.
Oh, but that's holding on the Falcons there on the center.
Yeah, I like that call, but in general, I just hate when there's so many penalties.
Yeah. Yeah, I drove Greg Gaines all the way to the ground there. They gripping him, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Bucs catch a break, 1st and 20. Here comes some soft-ass zone to let the Falcons get like 15 yards.
Little screen to Ray.
KJ Britt makes the tackle. Chomping Doggo with a great comment. It's less fun when the refs play a huge role. I could not agree more. Like, I'm not saying let it be prison rules, but I don't know. I tend to sway on the side of, like, let the guys play. If it's a very egregious call, then you make it.
Yeah.
That was an 8-yard gain, so we'll make it 2nd and 12. Cousins has time, throwing over the middle.
Wide open.
And they immediately get it right back.
Yeah.
Immediately. I mean, it took
Burke
him 2
10 to 12 passing.
yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awful. Kevin Martinez says, do you mean like the longest yard? Yeah, a little bit. Great movie.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, that was a great throw by Kirk Cousins.
That was.
Being able to
threaded that.
Needle. In another part of this, though, you had Anthony Nelson dropping back in coverage.
Probably not optimal.
Here comes another screen. Bijan with the catch. He's going to reverse course.
He cuts that.
Oh, Anthony Nelson with a fantastic job and a late flag. This has to be on the Falcons. I mean, it was a screenplay. They got rid of the ball in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Come on, make the call. God, man,
they're huddling up every time.
Yeah. They're like, wait, we don't have enough airtime. It's like they bet on their own, like, how much screen time they can get.
Kyle Pitts holding. Yeah. 1st and 20 again. Move them on back.
Oh, continuously is a tough word to spell. A lot of O's and U's. Continuously. Got it. Let's go.
Great job.
Thank you. Cousins looking to the right. Intermediate pass. Zion McCollum right there.
Nice tackle there.
Well done.
Kirk is really getting rid of the ball fast, too.
He is. And to his credit, that's kind of been his MO this season. That's why he's only been sacked a couple of times.
And with Zach Robinson as offensive coordinator, kind of those quick plays like out to the flats.
Yep. Remember, they both come from the Rams system. Levante David with a great, with a great stop, and that'll set up a 3rd and 14. Bucs got to get off the field now.
It's a big 3rd down.
Josh Capo saying most disappointing is quickly turning into a Bench Brit article. And Josh Capo also saying Drake London is being evaluated for a head injury, so that's a big thing to watch. Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's an incredible catch by Darnell
That is
Mooney.
a catch.
Falcons take the lead.
There's like 3 Bucs defenders there. Mooney is their deep ball threat.
Woo. Yeah, 3 Bucs, including Zion McCollum.
Yeah. Oh boy, let's look at this one. Yeah, you got Zion trailing him.
I mean, just
he's
there. Right there. Just a great play, you know? Job well done. Koo comes on for the extra point.
And
he's accurate there. 14-10.
So Matt, coming into this game, the Bucs through the first 4 games only allowed 1 passing touchdown. Already to Kirko Chains, they've given up 2 passing touchdowns here.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that stat, and I guess it's nice, but I would also say that didn't stop the Broncos from scoring like 1,000 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And Jane Daniels rushed in a couple of times. It's a nice stat, but I don't really think it's like, whoa, look at the Bucs' daunting pass coverage. Like, it hasn't stopped teams from moving. It's really just been
Zion in the pass coverage.
Oh yeah, Zion's been fantastic. I think Jamel Dean's been fine this year. Like, I really don't have too many complaints about Jamel Dean. My biggest issue with the Bucs this year has been, as it is kind of every year, is just playing the soft zone. I understand you have to mix up coverages and things of that nature, but like Kirk Cousins has been in the league for what, over a decade now? I don't think having a outside linebacker dropping back in coverage is going to fool Kirk Cousins all the time. It's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
Brian Sheffer saying this is a joke. Dude, it's 14-10. Relax. This is already better than the Broncos game.
This is true. Perspective. It is living up to a great game, though.
Yeah. Definitely way more entertaining than Jets-Patriots 2 weeks ago and Giants-Cowboys. Even though that game was close, that game was a slop fest.
Yeah. 5 field goals by the Giants.
Yeah. Andrew says, in Baker we trust. And Shaggy says, where's the pass rush? The zone is tissue without it. I agree with you. Really, the only guy getting a push right now has been Vita Vea. And while he is the man and very dominant at times, I don't think you can just rely on your nose tackle to be your top guy.
No, you really can't. And Vita, he opens up so much for the rest of the guys to really get after the quarterback. It just hasn't been the case. And you would think, especially on the right side of the offensive line, with Caleb McGarry not 100%, they could really attack it, and they just haven't so far.
Scott Federico says, so far the defensive game plan is poor. I would say so. And Furu Krawab says, soft zone is one thing, super soft, ultra comfy coverage is another. And Cincy Kid, a Pewter Report YouTube channel member, so is Furu Krawab. We appreciate all you guys for being Pewter Report YouTube channel members. Says, this game makes me not want to go to bed for work tomorrow. LMAO. Yeah, I mean, it's been a great game. And Sean Tucker with another productive one.
Stumbling. He's going.
Gets to the 50. Sean Tucker is over midfield, and he has had 2 great kickoffs for the Bucs. They're going to start over midfield on this drive.
Whew. Looking like Marshawn Lynch over there.
Where is Q's 44? They got to be going wild right now. Jeff the Champ says Tucker. Tony Bowe says Tucker. Yeah, shout out Sean Tucker.
Yeah. Giving him great field position there. Man, if he could just look like that running the ball.
Yeah. Here goes play action. Finds Cade Otton. Gets a first down. Continue to move it up the field.
Got a nice block from Chris.
Yeah, Chris Godwin blocking down the field.
On's had a couple nice plays today.
Listen, maybe this is just going to be a game where the Bucs just have to score every time.
A little shootout.
Yeah.
A shootout between two defensive-minded head coaches.
That is
Why not?
a great point and hilarious.
Yeah, the irony.
Shaggy says a good game on Thursday Night Football. That's new. A pitch to Rashad White. Not going to go for much. Bucs have tried 2 pitches so far, and it just hasn't worked. But again, the gap. I get you have to mix it up, so I'm not complaining by any means. But another situation where it's a little more zone blocking-esque, and Bucs don't get much traction, where when they've done the gap defense, it's been everything.
Yeah. Oh, Q's44 did respond. I'm being humble.
Hey, there you go, Q's44. Glad you could join us, and congrats on a great game by Sean Tucker. Baker looked at the left side. He's got Mike Evans, and he's in for
That's
the
a tutty.
touchdown. Bucs regain the lead. The second touchdown of the game for the greatest offensive player in Buccaneers history, Michael Lynn Evans. Look at that. They're back. They are back.
They're so bad.
Adam, now you get to see for the first time. We're playing the touchdown video. This is great for my fantasy team, but better for Bucs fans. I'm happier about that.
It's a win-win. When Mike scores, everything's good.
Extra point is good. 17-14, the Bucs lead. By the way, at halftime, we are going to have Chris Mathis from the Drive with T-Grass. He's the producer of the Drive. He will be on with us at halftime, giving his thoughts about the game. And then in the third quarter, Mike found a Bucs fan to throw it to, and he's wearing a Creamsicle Mike Evans jersey. That was cool. And I lost my train of thought because of it. And then T-Grass joining us at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter.
So, Matt, that was Mike Evans' 100th career touchdown, 99th career receiving touchdown.
That's right, yeah.
Could he get a hat trick this
game? Because you're a little bit younger and you were not with Pewter Report at the time. Can you name how Mike Evans got his other touchdown that was not a receiving touchdown, and what team it was against?
Definitely not what team. I don't think he's rushed one in. Hasn't been a kick returner. Maybe like a fumble?
Yeah, so it was a fumble recovery, and it was, I think it's either the 2018 or the 2019 season. Jameis Winston was scrambling, trying to get into the end zone. He got hit and fumbled it. Evans recovered it, but the funny part is the two guys to jump after the ball was Mike Evans and Ryan Jensen. So Ryan Jensen potentially had a chance to score a touchdown, which doesn't happen with offensive linemen, especially doesn't happen with centers. And Mike just kind of beat him to it a little bit quicker, understandably. And yeah, so that's his one touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Man, wouldn't it be sick if Mike just had like a 4 or 5 touchdown game?
Right? You'd be cooking.
Yeah.
So far, we got Gus Swayze's 9 of 12 for 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins, 12 of 15.
Versus, Gus
Chains
Swayze versus Kirko Chains is in a hell of a matchup.
Yeah.
We got a super chat from Geist85. Thank you very much for this $2 super chat, who says, how can Bucs adjust the pass defense? Great question. In my opinion, it's very simple. Play man-to-man. Because the zone hasn't been working. The blitzes haven't been working either. So I wouldn't mind, maybe keeping the linebackers back, just kind of floating, and the corners go man-to-man. But this zone just isn't working. Kirk Cousins is picking it up quickly and often.
Yeah. I would agree with that, like the man coverage, but also kind of guarding the flat too. It looks like Kirky's really been trying to find like those out routes, those screens. So kind of accommodating for that. But at the same time, like the exotic blitzes that Todd Bowles has been scheming up just haven't worked.
And I wouldn't be perturbed about the big touchdown to Mooney.
No.
I think that was just more like a freak athletic play more than anything else.
He said, sit down, young man.
Yeah. LVD. Let's get to JB, who is also a Pewter Report YouTube channel member, says, I have him in fantasy, talking about Mike Evans, so I would absolutely love that too, man. Yeah, it's great when you have a player just pop off on a Thursday, and it kind of sets the tone for the whole week.
Yeah.
Baker coaching up his guys. Second and 10. Cousins gets the shotgun snap, throws over the middle to Kyle Pitts. And I was about to say, like, at least that was underneath and you can make the tackle, and then he just heads up the field for more.
Yeah. Pitts has done more this game than pretty much all season. Fantasy owners of him are rejoicing.
That is... by the way, Mike Evans has 4 catches for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's on pace for 4 touchdowns, 98 yards. Chris Godwin has 3 catches for 34 yards. Kate Otten 2 for 37. Greg Gaines almost had the tackle, John Robinson, but he gets out of a couple of more yards. Bijan, right before that last run, was 6 for 12 on his rushing attempts, and Tyler Algier 1 for 8. So the ground game doing nothing for the Falcons. The Bucs, on the other hand, are running have 5 attempts for 21 yards, so much better numbers. But who needs to run when you can just do what they're doing now?
Yeah, very true. It's an interesting trend with both Bijan Robinson and Rachaad White. Their backups doing so much better and more efficient on the ground, both Algier and Bucky.
Yeah, very true. A little bit of a different scenario because Algier was in the NFL for a season before Bijan Robinson, but Bijan did come in and immediately became the starter. Did Todd Bowles just drop an F-bomb? Looks like he did.
Whoa.
Good for Todd. Whoa. Well, I was right. Shaggy said, I thought I had Shaggy. No, where's the Shaggy?
Jordan Whitehead.
Oh, Jordan Whitehead.
Is that a fumble? It looked like
I didn't think it was.
No.
If it was, bad job by Chris Braswell not just jumping on it.
There's a flag.
Someone had a comment. It's definitely going to be roughing the passer. Somebody had a comment on Mike just needs like 56 yards per game to get 1,000 yards. Yeah, you got to fall on that.
Yeah.
But let's see what the call is. And also, was there a clear recovery? Or are they saying intentional grounding? I'm trying to read lip. Yep, intentional grounding. Look at me.
Huh.
Eli Webb wondering, is this game on Dish? It's on Amazon Prime, so you got to have Amazon Prime to watch it.
Man, Jordan Whitehead, though. So close to wrapping him up.
Yeah, great job by Whitehead. They blitzed him a couple of times. Yeah, that's got to be intentional grounding. There's nobody in the area.
Yeah.
Also, this happened in a game last week. I'll talk about it after this play. Well, it looks like there was a whistle blown. And this happened to Baker last year, but it reminded me because it happened in another game I was watching. It's kind of crazy that we all know the horse collar penalty. Sorry, going down the wrong pipe. Horse collar tackle is a penalty, but you are allowed to horse collar tackle the quarterback if he's in the pocket. That just makes no sense to me. Okay.
Looks like a little bit of challenge here.
Yeah, it looks like Todd Bowles is challenging that it wasn't a fumble? I mean, that it was a fumble. Interesting. I don't think that's a good challenge, but hey, what do I know?
Hey, it doesn't use timeouts, but it's going to throw that challenge flag.
Yeah, Jeff the Champ says they're going to lose this. Yeah. I mean, you clearly see his hand going, wagoosh.
Matt, are the Brewers winning here? What?
All right, don't ask stupid questions that you know the answer to.
I haven't been checking watching this.
Yeah, well, so the problem is the Mets went to the bullpen, and their bullpen stinks. So their guy came in and immediately let up back-to-back home runs. So let me be the first to congratulate you, Adam, on the Brewers advancing.
You never know. You never know.
Oh,
Francisco
no,
Lindor can do something.
I know this team. No, the problem is he's going to come up with no one on base because they're down 2. So congratulations on the win. I will be rooting for the Brewers in the next round because I hate the Philadelphia Phillies, but congrats to you.
Well, thank you.
JB, who lives out in San Diego, says Padres are winning it this year. I saw a video. I wasn't able to watch it with volume, but I saw a video of the Padres playing all the small things at the stadium, which Blink-182 is from San Diego, and I think they showed Tom DeLonge, and then he gave a guitar to someone, which I thought was very cool as well. So,
yeah,
the San Diego Padres. And good luck to them. Alan Mnemonic says, how's Todd Bowles a head coach? I mean, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the TODD. The players love playing for him. For every bad game he has drawing up a defensive system, he has other games where he's fantastic. Someone asking about Vita Vea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vita Vea recovered it. Yep, they did not win the challenge. That is a shocker to nobody.
Yeah, I don't really understand that challenge call, but 2nd and 20.
7:35 to go in the quarter. Falcons going
screen.
screen. They've been pretty screen heavy today.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tyke Smith got hit pretty hard. Looks like he's down. Yeah, he is down. His head whipped back. His head and upper body, I would say. Oh, that's the hit by KJ Britt. That's probably why Drake London hasn't been available. Farouk Krawaf says, Bowles got to be steaming at himself for losing a timeout. Yeah, this will be a tough loss, though, Adam, for Tyke Smith. I mean, he's been very important in the slot for the Buccaneers, and they're already down Antoine Winfield Jr., who's been playing free safety. So, who do they move into the slot? Do they just put Kayvon Merriweather at safety? Yeah, Tavier Thomas can play in the slot. We'll see how the Bucs adjust.
Yeah. Tough blow, though, especially at the secondary. Like you said, so many injuries early on the season. Tyke, he's been playing well, staying active around the football.
Oh, damn. KJ Britt is just lighting people up left and right. Now, that's obviously a bang-bang play. I'm not blaming KJ Britt. But it's kind of one of those when it rains, it pours type of things. JB said they're looking at his foot. And Jeff the Champ says, 3rd and a mile, can we get a stop? I mean, pass rush. And don't get me wrong, I hate the coverage Bowles is calling, but, the pass rush also, the guys have to do their job. Yaya Diaby's lined up on the inside. Vita Vea on the outside. It forces a dump off to Algier. Levante David makes the tackle, gets him out of bounds. So that is a 3rd down stop. I like the little different configuration that they had there. I'm going to write that down for my notes later. Different D-line setup. Young Wei Koo coming on.
Can he come through?
Trying to tie the game up. And remember, the Bucs do get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. This is a 54-yard. It seems like he's better the further it is.
Yeah.
So the Bucs could double dip here, with a score and then getting the ball at the half. The way this game is going, that might just be the difference. Oh, it's moving. Doesn't have enough.
Ooh.
It does. The kick is good, but that was not a
close.
guarantee. So we are tied up at 17 apiece. As the Bucs will get the ball back. I kind of forgot Bradley Pinion is still the punter for the Falcons.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy. I enjoyed his company.
Looks like pretty soon here the Bucs are going to be looking for a new punter. They haven't really needed them tonight, though.
Yeah, that's the best type of utilization of it. And also the best way to utilize betting on really any sport is over at BetUS, our official sponsors of the Pewter Game Day show. Love using BetUS, especially with the 125% bonus that you can use with the promo code Pewter. That's PEWTER. Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com, is back for their 30th year of NFL action. They have the biggest sign-up bonus, like I was just mentioning, of up to 125% using the promo code Pewter. It's PEWTER. BetUS offers its members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including the NFL, UFC, and Major League Baseball. If you're looking for live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props, as Cody Thompson takes that kickoff, props and parlays, BetUS has got them. They also have exceptional customer service and fast payouts. So log in to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's betus.com or 800-79-BET-US, where the game begins. All right, Bucs will have to travel a little bit further this time around.
Yeah, they don't get so lucky this time.
Baker under center. That's a handoff to Bucky Irving, who gets a great hole and runs for a first down. So Bucky Irving, that was his second rushing attempt in the game.
Both first downs.
Both first downs. He's averaging over 10 yards per rushing attempt.
A healthy 13 and a half.
Yeah, 2 for 27. Hot damn. Luke says, Bucky is tremendous. He is great. They should give him the ball more.
Yeah.
You also got to think the Bucs want to bleed some clock so they don't give the ball back to Kirk Cousins. They got the pony package. Now Rachaad White, it's his turn to cook.
Oh, he's still going.
He breaks a tackle to the 30. He got one man to beat.
Arm.
Pushed out of bounds by Terrell, but that's a great run by Rachaad White. The Bucs offense flowing, making it move on the ground game. That is a great sight to see. Rachaad White pushed over Bucky Irving as well. Beef? Just kidding. They're having fun.
Great design on that. Pull them all to the left and just run right up the middle.
Also, Adam, great to see both running backs doing well.
Yeah. That was a 56-yarder, Matt. Longest.
We got a couple super chats to get to as well. Bucky Irving with the screen pass makes the catch, breaks a couple of tackles. Anyway, Redfish, thanks for $1.99 super chat, says next Evans touchdown is 100 for him. Yep, we talked about that. Geist85, thanks for the $2 super chat, says how can the Bucs adjust the pass defense? We actually got to that one before.
Yeah.
Anna Whaley says, I just love the Bucs so much. Hell yeah. And Lucas Petit says, why is Nelson playing so much? He gets no pressure. They got to give the outside linebackers a break a little bit. So that's pretty much why. First and goal for the Bucs. I guess they can't bleed too much clock when they're just moving it the way that they have been. Bucky to the 2-yard line. It's hit pretty hard.
Got stood up. That was a rookie, JT Bertrand, filling in for Troy Anderson.
Yeah, that was a big loss for the Falcons. I was a big
Yeah.
fan of him too during the draft process a couple years ago.
Out of Montana, right?
Yes, Montana or Montana State, but one of the two.
See if Mike gets the ball here.
Yeah. Sterling Shepard goes in motion. We haven't seen too much of that. Bucky in the backfield. They're going to hand it off with Bucky. He gets through the hole about a yard.
Yeah.
And Tyke Smith is being evaluated for a concussion.
That's a tough blow.
Richard wants to know the score. It's tied up at 17. We have it on the little ticker below as well. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Lord Jimbo, to cut that back. He had like another hole that I think if he went through that one, they score. I wouldn't mind the Bucs running it again. Now Rashad White's in the backfield. Baker trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage. 3 seconds on the play clock.
Ooh, they're sending heat.
Falcons send a blitz. He's got Rashad. Can he break the tackle? No, he does not. Phillips with the tackle. That'll make it 3rd and goal. Tyke Smith has a concussion, Cincy kid asking. I also agree with King Count. Like, hopefully the Bucs just score on this play and we don't have to think about it. But you're this close. I think you got to consider this 4-down territory.
You definitely do, especially with the way the game's going, too.
Yeah.
You can't afford a field goal in a touchdown game. 3rd and goal.
That would be
the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. And right on cue, we got a $5 super chat from
Thank you, Shaggy.
Shaggy. Says, can we call Shad Chuck, Buck and Chuck in the backfield? I love it. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I like it. I respect it.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? Like, because you have Bucky in the backfield too, Bucky Beaver.
Exactly. It would
like
make
there's
sense.
something there.
Yeah, we're kind of putting a square peg into a round hole a little bit.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
yeah. Tony Bo wants a Mike Evans fade. That would be cool. I want Mike Evans to get like 10 touchdowns tonight.
Why not?
Redfish says, no, you take the lead and you get the second half kickoff. Let's get a touchdown, though. Yeah, I strongly disagree. I think this is a touchdown game. You have to score touchdowns, and eventually you have to be aggressive. And if you don't get it, you're forcing the Falcons to drive 99 yards down the field.
Get a touchdown now, get a touchdown to start the second half, then you're sitting pretty.
Brian Sheffer says, Godwin needs a touchdown. I have a feeling maybe you put a little schmeckles on it.
I don't know if Godwin will score, though, because it's not a Sunday. Like, praise be to Godwin. Usually that's only on Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. Well, in fairness, the big touchdown he had against the Eagles in the playoffs, that was a Monday night game.
Okay.
Chomping Doggo, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Says, Baker watching Mike Tyson videos to get pumped for the game is what legends are made of. That is super, super cool. Yeah, they showed it on the screen real quick. We obviously don't have the volume going, but it did look like Mike Tyson. Hopefully, Baker can deliver the knockout punch.
Yeah. Between that and the Mamba mentality shirt before the game, like he's in a mindset right now.
He is. He feels some type of way. King Count looking for the pony package, please. That'd be cool. What do you think, Adam? Do they run it? Do they pass it?
I think they pass it. I think you got to go to Mike here. You've tried the run, hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Something up the middle.
I wouldn't mind a run up the middle. Because second down, they tried the screen. Baker rolls out to the right. Throw it. Caught. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard. The Oklahoma buddies team up. The NFL version of it this time around. Baker Mayfield throws another touchdown. And once again, the Bucs have the lead. And kind of like we said before, we don't have to worry about whether or not they would have gone for it on 4th down.
Yeah. Man, you got to be happy for Sterling, though.
Damn,
Everything that he went through.
Like, the over's going to hit in the first half. This is wild.
Yeah.
Bucs lead 24-17.
Was he over 40.5, Matt?
It was, I think it was either 42 or 44.
Okay.
Let me double check. I had it before. Yeah, it was Bucs. Again, it fluctuates here and there depending on when you get it. But it was Bucs +2 and under 44.
Oh, okay. Instead of praise be to Godwin, how about we go with the Lord is my shepherd?
Yeah, Sterling, the Lord is my shepherd. I used that last week. I got some good traction. Yeah, I got to tweet that out again. Where's my Twitter machine? There we go.
Oh, Baker and Sterling, little celebration on the sideline there.
Nice. Sterling, the Lord is my shepherd.
That's a touchback. Falcons can still do a 2-minute offense. They move the ball at will.
Yeah, especially the way this game has been going.
Yeah.
MJRVI says, the Lord is my shepherd and he will guide me to the W. Our fans are the best. Redfish with $1.99 super chat. Thank you. Says, did the Bucs bring their defense on the plane? I mean, it's a quick enough flight. I hope so.
Right?
Cousins thrown over the middle, just dropped by Ray McLeod. That was very interesting. Yeah, Baker Mayfield now 12 of 15, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins 16 of 21, 214 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So certainly a quarterback crazy game.
As JB pointed out, just noticed Tyke is back in the game. Welcome sign.
Oh, I don't think he was down.
Gets that first, though.
First down.
That reminded me of that play last week with the Seahawks running back, Kenneth Walker, where he wasn't down. He just he got up and he's like, kept going.
I think that was Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, good balancing act. And good to see Drake London in the game as well. You know, you never want to see serious injuries for these guys. So there is an official review of whether or not he was down. I thought he stayed up.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. By the way, just a reminder again, at halftime, we will have Chris Mathis, the producer of The Drive with T-Kraz, joining us at halftime. We'll get his thoughts on what we've seen from the first half of a wildly entertaining game.
Yeah.
And calling the field stance. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Atlanta with 1:31 to go, and they have all 3 timeouts. So buckle up, folks. Really, anything can happen. Monte David, KJ Britt making some calls. Mooney goes in motion. Cousins gets the snap, throwing to Drake London, who makes the catch.
Nice tackle.
Smith on the tackle. So the 2 guys that got injured team up on that play, going against each other. 1:10 to go. 2nd and 4 as Atlanta gets right around midfield.
Little dump off.
Little dump off pass to Bijan Robinson. A rare missed tackle by Levante David. You do not see that too much.
No.
So quite surprising.
Stops the clock at just a minute. Just gives him a shoulder. Like, you never see that by Levante.
Yeah. But I would say, there's been a lot more good than bad from Levante in the game. So
we'll give him a pass on that one.
Even the best fall down sometimes. Cousins thrown to the right side to a wide open Ray McLeod. Going to be tackled by KJ Britt. Falcons trying to get into field goal range. Obviously, they'd love to get a touchdown. They're going no huddle now. I don't really understand.
It's a ticking.
Cousins to the outside, caught by London. He gets out of bounds. 35 seconds to go. Falcons are moving it. Shaggy with a funny comment. Somebody get this defense some Celsius.
For real. Dude, Kirk is already 21 of 26 for 253. Like, just no pass coverage.
500 yards. He's going to have 500 yards in this game.
Baker needs to throw 6 touchdowns.
On a similar note, says, can we get some pressure? This is awful defense. Yeah, not a masterclass by Todd Bowles.
No.
Cousins over the middle. Oh! Dropped by London. And,
so close.
Whitehead was close, very close to getting an interception. Yeah, off the hands, off the helmet, off the heezy, as they say.
Jordan could have snagged that outright.
Yeah, man. It kind of feels right, like one big turnover in this game kind of could be the difference. You got Logan Hall on the edge on this play. Oh, and a big time sack by Logan Hall.
Wow.
Driving the Falcons back. Big time moment. Well done. That's 2 sacks in 2 games for Logan Hall. Nice little swim move.
Yeah.
Just takes Kirk Cousins down.
Got right past McGarry, the right tackle there.
Whew.
Great wrap up.
No question
about it.
Much needed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as Angelina S. says. Logan Hall, back-to-back weeks with the sack. That's right, Angelina. Good observation there. Falcons had to call a timeout. That makes it 3rd and 18. I'd watch for the screen here. They've done that a lot so far. M says Michael Phelps with the swim move. Yeah, I see no difference. Cousins looking to the boundary. Incomplete. So that's going to really push back this field goal. And nonetheless, the Bucs will have the lead going into halftime, which will be nice. And like I said before, Chris Mathis will be joining us at halftime, the producer of The Drive with T-Crass. So very excited to talk to him. He's one of the nicest guys that you'll find in this business. So
definitely,
as he's laughing, waiting in the virtual green room at the moment. So 19 seconds to go. Koo will come on once again, or Bradley. I guess they're punting it.
Really?
Yeah, I guess they. All right, Bucs will take it. You got to think
Tampa Bay
Bucs
39
taking me at the half. And yeah, Cameron Johnson calls a fair catch. There'll be about 12 seconds to go. I imagine Baker Mayfield will take a knee, and the Bucs will go into the half with a 7-point lead. So they are going to get that double dip, Adam, that we were looking for.
Yeah, and that's huge. Kind of wonder why the Falcons didn't try a field goal there from the Tampa Bay 39. That would have been, what, a 56-yarder?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I mean, Koo drilled the...
I guess you're thinking if Koo misses it, then...
You could probably do a Hail Mary.
A good chance to do something there. All right, so Baker Mayfield's going to take a knee. Bucs are going to be leading 24-17 at the half. Bucs, this game has been cruising along. Kind of reminds me a lot about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cruise coming up in March.
We're on the Bucs cruise. Of course we're playing pool volleyball.
Hey, we on the Bucs cruise, of course. Anytime I say Tampa, they will say Bay. Tampa! Hey! Tampa! Hey! Tampa! Hey!
We're on the Bucs cruise. Of course, I've got my Super Bowl 37 hardware. What do you think?
We're on the Bucs cruise, and of course we had a pirate night. Arr!
Arr.
That's right. Join the fun with hundreds of Bucs fans on the 3rd annual Tampa Bay Bucs Cruise, which sets sail from March 7th through the 10th in 2025 on the beautiful Celebrity Silhouette ship. It's a 3-night cruise that begins in Fort Lauderdale and also visits Key West and Bimini in the Bahamas. Already confirmed for this year is Yaya Diaby, Jordan Whitehead, the A-Train, Mike Allstott, and Derek Brooks. Also in the past going on this cruise, he could be back again. Rashad White, Luke Gedeke, Kate Otten, Christian Izzy, and Greg Gaines, and Jamel Dean. Of course, Warren Sapp's been there, Gene Deckerhoff. So a ton of legends in Bucs history. It's going to be photo and autograph opportunities, a raise the flags, sail away party, VIP parties, a water volleyball challenge, Bucs trivia contest, fun games, and more. So reserve your cabin now on the 2025 Tampa Bay Bucs Cruise, where drinks, including alcohol and Wi-Fi and tips, are all included with a $200 deposit per person. Visit TampaBayBucsCruise.com to reserve your cabin, or go to TampaBayBucsCruise.com. Actually, I already just said that. Or call 1-800-975-7112. That's TampaBayBucsCruise.com or 1-800-975-7112. Okay, joining us now, the producer of the Drive with T-Kraz. It is our main man, Christopher Mathis. Chris, thank you so much for joining us this evening. How's it going? And please give us your thoughts about this wild first half of Bucs vs. Falcons.
It is going exceptional so far. Glad that you guys have been able to bring me on, of course, to talk about the first half of this game. And, you know, it's been a bit of a surprise through the first half. I've been shocked to see how many points were scored. I'm not going to sit here and fib about it. I thought Atlanta would pull away with this one 23-21 tonight, upset the Buccaneers at home with the Bucs having a travel day. But so far, you're looking at 24-17 to the first half. Both defenses haven't played great yet. We haven't seen the best defense from either side. Offenses are firing on all cylinders. We finally saw Rashad White break off for a big run of 56 yards late there in the second quarter. Ultimately, just waiting for a big turnover to be forced, as you referenced a few minutes ago, Matt, regarding this game. And it feels like that could be the difference maker as of right now at halftime in Atlanta.
Chris, great to have you on. When you look at the first half, you mentioned like both defenses not really having any success. But when you look at the day Baker Mayfield has had so far, throwing 3 touchdowns in the first half, coming off a good game against the Eagles, what have you seen from him just kind of leading the offense?
It looks like Baker Mayfield, once again, is just taking what the defense is giving him. He's taking advantage of the looks, the open receivers with Mike Evans, some way, somehow, finding ways to get open. I'm not sure if the Atlanta Falcons forgot who number 13 is or what, but he's been open several times here tonight, as we heard Mike Evans talk some trash in that mic'd up video against the Eagles earlier this week, where he said, "Did you forget who I am, or do you know who I am?" That's kind of how it feels right now against Atlanta in this one. I've been impressed with Baker Mayfield. He's made some good throws. He did miss Chris Godwin, I believe, on that out route, threw it a bit outside of his reach behind him instead of leading him. But aside from that, Baker Mayfield has played a really good game.
Chris, a bit of a two-part question and a little personal. So you grew up in the Georgia area, but you were a Bucs fan, if I'm not mistaken. Is there any trash talk going on with some friends from your hometown? And also, we saw some cool pictures of people from Amazon Prime coming to your show. What was that experience like?
Yeah, no, exactly. Growing up in North Georgia, I grew up in a small town of Blairsville, Georgia. I grew up a Bucs fan, always wanted to work for WDAE, so worked hard since I was 14 to get here. Finally made that dream happen. And it's a bit different because I grew up a Buccaneer fan, but now I kind of view the Buccaneers not necessarily as my favorite team, even though deep down they are. Sure. I try to be objective in a way. But we still talk smack, and if any Falcon fan I grew up with has anything to say, I typically just send a gif of Tom Brady holding up the Lombardi Trophy in Tampa Bay, and that shuts him up. What do you say to that? So as far as you have Amazon Prime and NFL Films coming into the studio, we actually did that yesterday. ahead of the show, the drive with T-Kraz on DAE. It was awesome. They came in for about 15, 20 minutes, pulled some audio, took some video clips as well, just kind of previewing the game here tonight. And it was a great experience getting to introduce myself. And some of those guys actually are at Raymond James Stadium. They're actually helping out with the audio and the microphones that are in the linemen's jerseys every game.
Oh, wow.
Some people just probably don't know that.
Yeah. And when you look at this game tonight, most people have Amazon Prime memberships, but this game has been well worth the money when you look at it. Just high scoring, but there hasn't been a good side for the Bucs defense. Like Kirk Cousins, 21 of 28, 253 yards. What does the Bucs defense need to do in the second half?
I think they got to take more advantage of getting their hands on the football. We saw a couple of passes that were broken up in the secondary. It feels like, wow, that was not a drop right there by Matt Matera.
That's
right
my ring
here.
light going AWOL. Sorry.
Wow. See, if we had hands like that so far in the first half, you're looking at the Buccaneers with 2 interceptions in the first 2 quarters. I feel like Jordan White had an opportunity on a pick, and Zion McCollum was right there as well. So ultimately, if the Buccaneers can continue to apply pressure to Kirk Cousins, which we know he gets uncomfortable in the pocket. He's a veteran, though. He knows how to win football games. He throws the ball away. Not quite sure what Todd Bowles was challenging there. However, Vita Vea did recover that ball and hand the ball to the referee.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, if the Bucs can continue to apply pressure and just force the 1 turnover, I think that 1 turnover is going to be the difference. I don't see either offense necessarily cooling down. It's just going to come down to which defense makes the one critical stop. And the Bucs had a break earlier in the game with Younghoe Koo missing 2 field goal attempts.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
Something that we don't ever see. And I had tweeted out or messaged my Falcon fans and friends up in North Georgia. I said, Younghoe Koo, wife left instead of wide left. And he said, oh, that's why he's having a bad game. And I had to go back and correct myself. No sources have confirmed that whatsoever. But nonetheless, it's been a really good first half.
The classic autocorrect is hilarious. I think another big thing in this game, Chris, is listen, we know what Mike and Chris Godwin bring to this team, but we saw a touchdown from Sterling Shepard. Kate Otten's been in the mix, and just overall, Christian Isian playing at free safety, replacing Antoine Winfield Jr., and not being a glaring issue for the team. You obviously would rather have Antoine Winfield Jr. in there, but they're getting contributions from other than the big-time players, especially tonight. I think that's made a huge difference in this game.
Without question, and that's what I've been most impressed with this Buccaneer football team. Aside from Baker Mayfield proving that he deserved and he earned that contract, and each and every week he lives up to what is expected of him besides that game against Denver, I've been very impressed by this Buccaneer team and their approach to next man up mentality. You know, you hear everybody say that it's next man up mentality, but not everybody lives it. The Buccaneer football team, this group truly takes advantage of that saying, of that motto, and they run with it. It's been really cool to see guys, even a so-called veteran and Logan Hall, step up and have another sack. As you guys referenced earlier, 2 sacks. He had 1 last week, 1 this week. We're starting to see contributions from even Logan Hall.
Yeah. And wanted to ask you your thoughts on Gus Swayze, the Amazon special that came out earlier today. Did you watch it?
I did. I thought that was awesome. Baker Mayfield, to me, he looks like a dude you'd see out in public anyway, aside from sometimes he's got a very chiseled beard, and it looks really good. You know, sometimes I wish I could pull that off. But the fact that he was able to go truly undercover, he looked like the average Joe you'd run into at the local Circle K or convenience store for that matter. A Florida man, and he just was himself. He was awesome. Then unloaded that 60 or 70-yard bomb down the field, and then you start to put 2 and 2 together. But I thought that was really cool, and it's also neat to see Baker Mayfield, kind of that persona that we saw at Oklahoma years and years ago, where he was just that dude. A little bit. And then he kind of lost a little bit of that swagger simply because he wasn't in the limelight. He wasn't winning football games. Now that he is, he's truly embracing this opportunity and the spotlight, and he's a funny guy.
I love that his, costume, whatever you want to call it, it looked a little bit like Gardner Minshew and also looked like Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. It had a little bit of that to it. But, yeah, I mean, Baker, when he's been on, including tonight, I haven't seen him this good since, his days of winning the Heisman Trophy at Oklahoma. So the last one for me, Chris, and we appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, and we'll see how the second half goes, but Baker has to be in the MVP conversation the way that he's been playing.
How could you not say that he's in the race? I think he deserves to be top 5 right now. Some could probably even argue top 3. I think realistically, top 5 is right there. Baker Mayfield is this Buccaneer team. He embodies that mentality. He loves having the chip on his shoulder, and he continues to make throws that some people forgot he could make. The guy truly does have an incredible deep arm, and myself included, when you kind of forgot about Baker Mayfield 2-3 years ago, I didn't remember just how great of a deep ball he truly has. He's accurate. Yeah. He's got precision on these balls. I mean, he's done a really good job here with the Buccaneer offense. And it's just fun to watch him spread the ball around because this team is blessed to have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and even some younger guys. I know they're without Jalen McMillan tonight, but ultimately seeing him spread the ball around and receivers all contribute and seeing this team prevail and look to be really good through the first half of this game has been very impressive.
And last one for me, Chris. When you look at the second half here, what do you think? The Bucs right now, they have a 24-17 lead. How do they keep that lead? What is a key to victory?
I think key to victory here, number one, protect the football as much as you possibly can. It's so cliche, but in a game like this where it is a one-score game, you do get the ball here to start off the second half. If you can go up 2 touchdowns here, if you come out of the gate, you shut up this crowd here in Atlanta if you could score a touchdown right out of the gate to start off the second half. If you can do that, protect the football, and then maybe get that ground game going just a little bit more consistent. You're not looking for 6-7 yard runs, but 3-4 yard runs consistently. Then I think the Buccaneer football team can pull away with a victory there in Atlanta. And that would be a big win, obviously. A short week on the road in Atlanta. Atlanta was the team to beat here coming into the year, according to the national media at least. That would be a huge win, and I think the Buccaneers are more than capable of doing that.
Well said, and hopefully that is the case, that the Bucs can continue to chug along here in the second half. Chris Mathis, we appreciate you jumping on. Real quick, if you just want to plug where everybody can find your social media and all your work and the great things you're doing over at 95.3 WDAE.
I really appreciate that, Matt. Thank you, guys. Also, Adam as well. I met Adam last year. I believe that was his first year covering. We both kind of clicked in the locker room with the Buccaneers. Matt, I've known you for several years now, but very proud and happy to be here with you guys, of course, to talk Buccaneer football. At the Chris Mathis on Instagram and Twitter. And then check out The Drive 3 to 7 weekdays, Monday through Friday on WDAE. And also I co-host Wise and Mathis on Saturday mornings, 9 to 11. So
I always have that on when if I'm in my car on Saturday mornings. You guys do a great job on that show as well. So Chris, thank you so much for joining, and we will talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Let's do it again.
All right. Thanks again to Chris Mathis. Just a reminder to everybody that our next Pewter pregame show will be October 13th at 9 a.m. for Bucs versus Saints. And then the Game Day show will be at 1 o'clock for that big-time divisional game. We'll see if the Bucs can hold on to this one. And speaking of the Saints, it kind of reminds me of how the Bucs retired Drew Brees at the time. And since Drew Brees has retired, he's opened up a couple of places called Walk-Ons. And there's some in Tampa that you can go enjoy.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's Game Day, the Walk-Ons way.
Yeah, check out Walk-Ons, their Game Day specials. You can do it this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. They have some great stuff like $4.49 pints, $5.99 22-ounce beers of Michelob Ultra, Bud Light, and Budweiser. They have $5 Heineken Silvers. That's a 12-ounce can. And $5 neutrals as well with assorted flavors. Tons of great deals at Walk-Ons. I know there's one in Wesley Chapel over by where Scott lives, and there's another in Midtown by where Raymond James Stadium is. So enjoy some college football and other NFL games this week and over at Walk-Ons, and enjoy all their great food and drinks. All right, we're about to start the third quarter. Adam, I don't know if you want to stay on. I know you are writing. What are you doing? Most impressive?
Yeah, most impressive. Got quite a bit to write about so far between Baker and Mike and some of the other crew.
For sure. So you want to stay on, or you tell me?
I'm probably going to hop off here.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining, Adam, and we will talk to you soon.
Yeah. Closing thought. Congrats on your Mets, by the way. I see that they're going to win here.
Not done. Don't put that out there.
But when you look at the second half of this game, I think on offense, stick with what's been working. Baker Mayfield, he's been clicking, finding all the receivers. And whether it's Baker Mayfield or Gus Swayze, he's looked terrific. The running game is really complemented the pass well. Defensively, though, there needs to be some adjustments made in the second half. Maybe kind of deviate from that zone, back off on the blitzes, and really try to cover the weapons that the Falcons have.
Yeah, certainly adjustments need to be made on the defensive side as Bucky Irving takes the kickoff. That's interesting, and he breaks some tackles. Wow. Okay, I thought the ball came out loose. But yeah, I agree with you. Adjustments have to be made, especially on the defensive side. Offensive side, just keep it rolling. But thank you very much, Adam. We will talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
All right, thanks to Adam for joining. I know we got some super chats to get to as well. I will get to all of them. We did, we obviously had a guest on. And the Mets just won the ball game. Pete Alonso with the 3-run homer in the ninth, and they tacked on another one, 4-2. Mets win, they're going to the next round. Sorry, I had to get that out. Back to the Bucs game. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. They're going to run it with Rachaad White for a short gain. Oh, my God. Let's get to these super chats. Thank you to Elaine Abraham for this $1.99 super chat who says, School must be doing good with his performance. He's been doing a great job. Looks like there's a fumble on the play. I thought Rachaad White was already down. But yeah, Justin School's been fantastic. Paul Bowen says, thanks for the $1.99 super chat, says lots of Bucs fans in the stadium. Spirits are high. We love seeing that. This is a great football team. And Paul, a.k.a. Florida Dreamhouse, gifted 1 Pewter Report membership. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. We're looking at the replay now. Ooh, that ball might have been out. Just might have been. All right, he was down. 2nd and 8. Bucs keep it moving. Baker has to scramble a little bit. Finds Chris Praise be to Godwin. There is a flag on the play. Probably going to be holding on the Bucs offensive line. Zach Jarvis, thanks for this $1.99 super chat, says, if Cade Otton gets a touchdown, I win $2,300. Let's go, Bucs. I'm rooting for that as well. I had that on Pewter Picks and Props. So, Zach, I'm right there with you. Hopefully it happens. Bucs Spacing with the $1.99 super chat says, Britt should be in a section all by himself today. Yeah, there's been some issues there. And Furu Kawab, so much for this $5 super chat, says, Sean Tucker has been huge so far. Both of his returns gave awesome field positions to start those drives. Yeah, that's a great point. The return game has been fantastic. Bucs go with the screen on 2nd and 18. Oh, no. Rachaad White fell on his own accord. Hopefully he's all right. I guess the turf monster got him. But yeah, he kind of just slipped or something. Third and 20 for the Bucs. You got to imagine it's going to be a draw play or something underneath. Matthew Judon almost had Baker. He's going to head up the field. Oh, takes a hit right at the out-of-bounds line. Is there a flag? There is a flag. What a silly, silly play by the Falcons defender. Baker was going out of bounds. That is just a boneheaded play. I mean, he's stepping right out of bounds, Hamilton Sr. There's no reason to do that. A little bit of acting by Baker Mayfield. As we know, Baker can, he does have the acting chops, but that's just a silly mistake. What do the refs say? Sorry, I don't have the volume on. It's close. I mean, you know what? Could have been a call. Also, I don't know if the Bucs should just be bailed out because of it as well. As Angelina S says, they took away the flag. So the Bucs can't double dip the way that they wanted to. Sorry, I'm trying to tweet here. Also, I'll get back to everyone's comments in a second. What does everybody want? Baby Boy 2 Demand says, not a great punt. Josh H saying, Al Michaels has the enthusiasm of a cadaver. Bucks guy says, offense looked so flat out of the half. I mean, they had the penalty, which really, really sent them back. Rich Suggs says, okay, defense, let's create a turnover. Jeff the Champ says defense needs a stop. I mean, we saw the Falcons get a stop here when they weren't able to do anything in the first half. It's got to be on the Bucs defense to make some adjustments as well. I'm hoping we don't see as much soft zone. I'm hoping the pass rush can finally get home. Logan Hall had that big time moment in at the end of the first half that took the Falcons out of field goal range. Now the Bucs with a 7-point lead, they're not in a spot where the Falcons have to be, drop back and pass happy. But nonetheless, you'd rather be up in this situation. Rux's review says, got to get Britt off, go to dime. It's not the worst suggestion just based off of the Falcons haven't been able to run the football. They just haven't, So I don't think that's a bad idea. Cousins dropping back. Jamel Dean, don't make a scene. No flags? No flags? Okay, we like it. Second and 10. See what's up with Tampa Bay's defense. JTS on the edge. A little pressure. Ball down the field. Oh, it's caught by Drake London. Drake London is turning into a Bucs killer. He seems to only have great games against the Bucs. Lucas Petit says, "Why are they wide open?" It's tough. Daniel Gomez says, D-line a little too late, as they show Arthur Blank. And Levante David is down on the field. That's the last sight that you want to see. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, no. Right on his knee. Oh. He's up. How the heck did he survive that? I mean, that is a huge blow to the Bucs defense. There's no way to say it. I mean, he's going for a cut block in the middle of the field. So J.J. Russell comes in. Flag on the play. False start on the offense. Yeah, that was a weird one. I don't really know what to make of it. Levante's on the side now. Second and 10 for Atlanta. They are at midfield. Good jump off by Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. Turn around! Zion McCall! Oh! So close to getting a second interception of the season. He yells the F-bomb. Oh, man. So close. Yeah, like the pass rush by JTS, kind of closed down the pocket a little bit. I mean, Cousins wasn't looking at him. Oh, Logan Hall with another good push. Cousins finds Pitts. He's short. We'll see what they do. Again, Jeff the Champ, I appreciate your comment. I cannot put it on the screen based off the vulgarity of it. But it's 4th and short. Falcons are at least going to line up for it. 4th and 3 to be exact. Cousins looking, throws. It is caught by Mooney. Tackled by Dean, thrown out of bounds. But that is a first down for Atlanta. They keep their drive going. Yeah, Yaya was close. Kind of got pushed in the back a little bit. The pass rush, they're getting closer. Todd Bowles just puts his hands down in anger after it. Evan Kirk says, is Bowles alive? Call timeout. This play, Mooney gets tackled. Have people FaceTiming me. I can't answer at the moment. Man. Second and 8. Lucas Petit says Zion choked the game, dropping that interception. I mean, they're up 24-17. Oh, blitz by Whitehead. Can't get there in time. Cousins finds Pitts on the play. Kyle Pitts having a game as well. Guys, then Matt Clark says, who else would we hire besides Bowles right now? They're not going to fire Todd Bowles, regardless of how this game comes about. Screen to Ray McLeod. Flag on the play. I'm sure this will be, who knows? What do we got here? What do we got? Jeff the Champ says, nice tackle by Izzian. Ineligible man downfield. Pass interference on the offense. That's big. All right. All right. It's interesting, right? Because the Bucs on offense have had like a holding penalty or two, and they just could not move the ball after. But the Falcons have been able to when it's been like 1st and 20 or whatever it has been. So Bucs defense not out of the woods just yet. As Luke says, seriously, get this defense some Celsius. They're going to run it with Bijan Robinson. Second and 14 coming up. Bucs have done an okay job holding, and Levante David is back. God bless him. He is somehow back. The resiliency of Levante. Cousins. Oh, Anthony Nelson. Hey, Nelly. The Bucs have been getting some timely sacks in this game. That's another important one. Well done by Anthony Nelson. A. Nelly. So Vita has a sack, Logan Hall has a sack, and Anthony Nelson does as well. Good coverage by Jamel Dean. Don't make a scene. So 3rd and 22. Bucs got to get off the field here. Cousins has time. He's throwing deep over the middle. Incomplete. Nicely done by Zion McCollum. Well done by the Bucs. Does it push them out of field goal range? I don't think so. Yeah, 48 yards. Okay. Bit of a high snap. The kick is up, and it is good. That is going to cut the Bucs lead, but it's still a lead. They're up 24-20. We're going to hear from our friends again at the Tampa Bay Bucs Cruise, and then we'll be right back at it.
We're on the Bucs Cruise. Of course we're playing pool volleyball.
Hey, we on the Bucs Cruise, of course. Anytime I say Tampa, they will say Bay. Tampa!
Hey! Tampa!
We're on the Bucs Cruise. Of course, I've got my Super Bowl 37 hardware. What do you think?
We're on the Bucs Cruise, and of course we had a pirate night. Arr! Arr!
That's right. We can't wait for the Bucs Cruise coming March 7th through the 10th, starting in Fort Lauderdale, going to Key West and Bimini in the Bahamas. Yaya Diaby's going to be there. Jordan Whitehead's going to be there. The A-Train, Mike Allstott, Derek Brooks. Maybe we'll see Tristan Wirfs. He was there 2 years ago. Rashad White. Tons and tons of players, current players, legends as well, like I said Derek Brooks, Gene Deckerhoff will be there. Warren Sapp, Dexter Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. So looking forward to the Buccaneers cruise, March 7th through the 10th. Reserve your cabin today at TampaBayBuccaneersCruise.com. That's TampaBayBucsCruise.com or call 1-800-975-7112. All right. 24-20. Bucs are on top. Not the best drive for the offense to start out the half. Oh, Ludacris is at the game. That makes sense. All right, let's see how the Bucs respond. You know, you want to keep the Falcons at arm's length. Shaggy says, Tutty and a turnover. I truly think whoever can get the first turnover is likely going to win this game. This is the Bucs' second drive of the first half. Second half, sorry. Bucky Irving's in on this drive. Baker will start out in shotgun. They fake a pitch to him. He throws over the middle. It's caught by Chris Godwin for a first down. He breaks a tackle, but then loses the ball. It looks like Mike Evans jumped on it. Whew. We just talked about turnovers. Mike Evans gets it, bails out his good buddy, Chris Godwin. And they hug it out. All right. No harm, no foul. Oh, man. Brandon Stevens says, thank you, Mike. Luke says, the suspense. Bucs go play action. Baker finds Chris Godwin, goes right back to him. Close to the first down, regardless. Nice little pitch and catch going on. So they did give the Bucs a first down. Baker's under center now. They run it with Bucky Irving. Gets about a yard. That was the first time the gap blocking has not necessarily worked in favor of Tampa Bay. When they've gone to the pitch in the zone today, hasn't really gotten the job done. But then, of course, the most explosive run, without a doubt, was the 56-yarder by Rachaad White. Bucs have rushed it 13 times for 101 yards. They did not give a gain to Bucky Irving in that last play. So it'll be 2nd and 10, 4:30 to go in the third quarter. By the way, we will have T-Kraz from the Drive and the Overtime Show joining us as Baker Mayfield gets on his high horse, truck sticking some defenders. I don't know how Todd Bowles feels about him laying his shoulder into the Falcons player, but nonetheless, Baker making something out of nothing. He'll set up a 3rd and short. And thank you to Brian Molinaro for these very kind words. Says, so much better listening to Matt for the game. That's very nice of you. They do an end around of Chris Godwin and an inexplicable late hit by number 40 on the Falcons. That's going to be another 15 yards. Jeff the Champ says, Baker with the wheels. And then says, sorry, Gus. That is hilarious. Yeah, that was just I don't know why Raheem Morris is smiling. That was, I mean, he was so out of bounds. Yeah, necessarily, that was a very silly play. I mean, what the heck? Hey, the Bucs will take it, though. $3:50 to go in the third quarter. Let's see where they place the ball at for the Bucs. Yeah, the Bucs are at the 15. They should be scoring here. See how they'll attack it. Start with a run to Bucky Irving. Grady Jarrett got right in there. Like right in there. Had to see a replay on that one. Seemed like it was a missed assignment. Yeah, so it was zone blocking to the left, but they had Graham Barton go up against Jarrett, and yeah, Barton just obliterated him. Which is a shame, too, because if he was able to stop him, Bucky had the outside. That's now 6 rushing attempts for Bucky Irving. Remember, I have the over of 8.5. Baker thrown over the middle. It's caught by Cade Otton. Hard tackle by Bertrand. That's Otton's 3rd catch of the game. Big time 3rd down. Yeah, Jeff the Champ says Otton got smacked. He did. He got hit hard. Matt Clark says, Bucs fans, imagine when this team gets healthy. Oh, my God. Baker has time. He's surveying the field. He's, Baker is sacked. He's holding his knee. That did not look good. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin kind of escorting Baker Mayfield off the field. He's walking off on his own power, but geez. David Onyemata, again, tough series for Graham Barton. All right, we will wait with bated breath to see what is up with Baker Mayfield. By the way, Chase McLaughlin with the field goal. That's over 1.5 field goal, so that hit. Let's see what else we got. So I had McLaughlin over 1.5. That's good. Godwin over 5.5 catches. He's at 5, so he needs 1 more. I had the under on passing yards for Baker Mayfield. It was 238.5. He's at 166. I'd be happy to get that one wrong for the betterment of the Buccaneers. Bucky Irving's at 6 carries. He needs 3 more. We'll see how they divvy up the rushing attempts for the rest of the game, but that's in okay shape. And I also had Cade Otton touchdown, which don't have that just yet. Saw a comment. Am I missing any super chats? Nope. Spit Geyser says our offensive line still sucks. I mean, I don't think that's true. They ran the ball for over 100 yards in the 3rd quarter. That was the first time Baker got sacked, and nobody was open. So Baker wants to get rid of it. Diesel Roche with an interesting point says, you got to give Rashad a chance on that 3rd down, man. We're being too cute. It was 3rd and short, and they could have got a 1st down. So we'll see. Sergio Biltres says, Baker is limping. That did not look good. And also, like, the Falcons deserve some credit. As JB says, defenses made adjustments for sure. Yeah, that also has to be taken into consideration. By the way, I don't think I played the field goal video for Chase McLaughlin, so here's the field goal video. Oh, I got to change the score as well. So the under officially did not hit. That's okay. Again, I'm not perfect. Again, this is a big game for the Bucs. They're 3-1 in the division. Can get a big-time divisional win, extend their lead as well. And if they could beat up on the Saints, too. Chomping Douglas says, can we please get more pressure on this immobile quarterback? Shaggy trying to speak it into existence. Turnover, 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 turnover. Hopefully. Rux Review says, gap blitzes. Come on, Bowles. They're highlighting Tyke Smith. Yaya and Anthony Nelson are in the game. It's a swing pass to Mooney. Great job by Jamel Dean. That's a nice tackle by Don't Make a Scene. It's just Dean. Geist85 says, how do we play the Falcons twice in 4 weeks? I completely agree with you, Geist85. If I'm a schedule maker, I put Bucs Falcons either last game of the season or at least a game in December, January. No, they play twice in October. I think that's a big advantage for the Bucs. They blitz Levante David. Cousins had time, throws over the middle, knocked away by Tyke Smith, the former Georgia Bulldog, playing in an arena that he's quite familiar with. Knocks the ball away. $40 to go in the third quarter. We shall see if the Bucs can get off the field. Mooney goes into motion. He's been going into motion a lot tonight. Bucs have some pressure over the middle. It is caught by Ray McLeod, and that was a good tackle by Christian Isian, because if he doesn't make that stop, McLeod takes it to the house. So Bucs cannot get off the field, and that's probably how we'll end the fourth quarter. Yeah, Kirk Cousins, credit to him. He's done a great job picking apart the zone. They run it with Bijan Robinson. Probably his best run of the day. Made a defender miss. He's all the way down to the 20. And the Falcons are in business as we end the third quarter. Bucs lead 27-20, but the Falcons are driving. We will see how this game ends. It's been a very, very entertaining contest. We should have T-Kraz from WDAE joining us relatively soon. In the meantime, we will get to some comments and all that fun stuff. Let's take a look at some of the stats from this game so far. The Bucs offensively, Baker Mayfield is 16 of 19 for 166 yards and has thrown for 3 touchdowns. Rashad White is 6 for 63 rushing-wise, 6 rushing attempts for 63 yards. Bucky Irving also has 6 rushing attempts, that for 31 yards. So Rashad, who busted a big-time 56-yard run, Rashad is averaging 10.5 yards per attempt. Bucky Irving still very good, 5.2 yards per attempt. And Baker has rushed 3 times for 16 yards. Chris Godwin had one rush for 2 yards. Receiving wise, Godwin leads the way with 5 catches and 64 yards. Mike Evans, 4 receptions, 49 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the game. Cade Otton, who you see on the screen there, 3 catches, 44 yards. The highest average as well, at 14.7 yards per catch. Bucky Irving, 1 for 9. Sterling Shepard, 1 catch, but a touchdown. So had an important moment in this game. Rashad White, 2 catches, -4 yards. Don't love seeing that. Let's get over to the defensive side. We'll get to some comments as well. So defensively, Tyke Smith leading the way with 8 tackles in the game, 7 of those solo. Levante David, 6 tackles. KJ Britt with 6 as well. Jamel Dean at 5. Pass breakups, Tyke Smith has 1. Levante David has 1. So does Jamel Dean, Jordan Whitehead, and Zion McCollum. JTS also with a pass breakup. Couple of QB hits and sacks. Vita Vea, Anthony Nelson, and Logan Hall. So a little bit of better pressure in the second half by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to have our friend Tom Krasnicki, a.k.a. T-Kraz, joining us in a moment. But first, I want to talk to you guys about Autograph. People have asked Pewter Report, are we going to have an app? And we always say we don't need one because we have this great app with Autograph. It's already what you do as a fan. It's reading blogs. It's listening to podcasts. You can read Pewter Report news, other Bucs news, watch our Pewter Report podcast and other videos, all on the Autograph app using the promo code Pewter, P-E-W-T-E-R, to sign up. It's good with iPhones. It's good with Androids as well. So get all the news that you want for the Bucs at Autograph. They have it for other sports and leagues as well, like the NBA, WNBA, MLB. Maybe your team's still in the playoffs right now for baseball, and fantasy football as well. So check out Autograph, which is also co-founded by Tom Brady. Use the promo code Pewter, P-E-W-T-E-R. Okay, joining us now, his weekly hit on the Pewter Game Day show, the host of The Drive in the afternoon, Monday through Fridays. It's Tom Krasnicki, also known as T-Kraz. Also has the Overtime show, which is coming up right after the Bucs game. T-Kraz, thank you so much for joining. How we doing?
Matt, wow, what a night.
Yes.
This has been some night. The Bucs and the Falcons are in a good one as the Falcons are driving to begin the fourth quarter. And I know you're a Mets fan just like I am. And that was just one unbelievable baseball game. I mean, Tampa's own Pete Alonso with the biggest hit of his life in that 9th inning. I'm still shaking over it. That was incredible.
Absolutely shocking, unbelievable. We're not going to spend much time talking about the Mets, even though I could spend all night about it. Chris Mathis is a good luck charm because right as we were bringing him on, Alonso hit the home run. So I owe Chris Mathis. Unbelievable. Can't wait for them to play against the Phillies. But nonetheless, we just saw an injury to Jordan Whitehead had happened. The Bucs still continue to drop like flies, T-Kraz. I mean, Levante David got hurt. I don't know how he was able to come back. And then Baker Mayfield just on that last play. The Bucs can ill afford a couple of more injuries.
Man, I'm telling you, man. And I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Baker, and look, it wasn't necessarily his fault. The Falcons rushed 3 on that play, and they got to him. And the way he twisted up underneath, we've seen a lot of bad injuries, high ankle sprains. You know, Rashee Rice gets knocked into by his own quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that could have been a lot more serious than what it was. So thankfully, it looks like he's okay. But yeah, I mean, at some point, the Bucs have been able to get by, you know, with this attrition that's been really plaguing their team for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know how much more they can last, man, because guys are going down, and at some point, it's just like, I mean, how many more guys are you going to have going down like this? Is crazy.
No question about it. They're really going to enjoy that mini bye, especially if they're able to pull this game off. Defensively, what are you seeing from that group? Because there are some Falcons players wide open as Darnell Mooney takes it into the end zone, and we're about to have a tie game.
Look, well, your TV must be faster than mine.
Oh, apologies.
No, that's fine. It's a 4th down too. Oh my gosh, missed tackle. Who was that? Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
I wasn't sure on the play.
Was that Tyke Smith?
And he's leading the team in tackles too, which is the disappointing part. Yeah, it was Tyke Smith.
It was? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Look at Todd Bowles. Oh, the Todd Bowles grunt.
Then put the hands on the head.
Yeah, I mean that was tough. That was tough to watch. I mean, 4th down, you got to make this stop. He had the 1st down anyways, and then Tyke Smith, you just got to get him down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just completely whiffed on it.
I'm telling you, the Falcons have no interest in running the ball tonight, Matt. As you know,
None.
Extra point is good. We are tied at 27. They've thrown the ball 41 times. They've run it 14 times, and they're attacking the middle of the field, and they're doing it with great success over and over and over again. I would think maybe there's some sort of adjustment that Todd Bowles can make at this point, because this has been happening all night.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's so frustrating. It reminds me a little bit of the Broncos game, and kind of one of the faux pas of Todd Bowles is he either comes out with a great game plan, like, for example, how they were able to shut down the Lions, or he just plays this like tissue paper soft zone. And with KJ Britt in the game, who I like him as a person and as a player on 1st and 2nd down, but he's a liability in pass coverage. And Kirk Cousins, I mean, I get the element of surprise of like dropping back an outside linebacker, whether it's Yaya or Anthony Nelson or JTS, but Kirk Cousins has been in the league for over a decade. He's not going to get fooled by things like that. So he is just picking apart the defense left and right with this soft zone.
He is. And Matt, here's what needs to happen. I think you can't like rush 3 and 4. You got to go after Kirk Cousins now. You're going to have to blitz.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take some chances. You're going to have to speed up his clock. You can't let him sit back there and pick you apart and keep shredding you right down the middle, right down the heart of your defense. Todd Bowles has got to make some adjustments. He's going to have to go maybe man to man. He's going to have to blitz. He's got no choice, because what they're doing right now is not working. Kirk Cousins has 351 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah. Let's go.
It's unreal. At one point, he was on pace for like 500 yards. 2 more from me. One thing we haven't really talked about so far, but it's been a great factor tonight, the Bucs on kickoffs. Sean Tucker has been fantastic taking the ball out.
He has. And look, I think they found a weapon there. By the way, I mean, Younghoe Koo, it's unfortunate, but you're on the train tracks, young man. You were on the train. That's what happens when the train comes through. You're going to get run over. So that's one part that I really like. The other thing is that it looks like their running game has really gotten going. And I think maybe the Buccaneers should lean on that a little bit more. They're averaging 7 yards a carry. So this is something that the Buccaneers have to accentuate here in the 4th quarter. Maybe they can wear down Atlanta a little bit, because they got to keep their defense off the field. Their defense has been out there a long time.
Yeah, can't stop a nosebleed tonight. That's just kind of been the case. We'll see how the end of this game turns out. But Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdowns, balling out for the most part. Tom, he's got to be in the MVP discussion, the way that he's been performing. And I mean, he's going to be leading the league in touchdowns after this game. Granted, the first game this week, but Baker, consistency is what we've wanted from him. And with the exception of the Denver game, he's brought consistency.
He sure has. And I think he's right there. He should be right at the top, along with Sam Darnold. Maybe you could put Josh Allen in that conversation, but he's been fantastic. I mean, his accuracy, especially the last 2 weeks, have been incredible. I mean, he's been surgical. That touchdown pass to Sterling Shepard was a thing of beauty. I mean, you could not have threaded the needle any better on that play. Baker's playing some great football.
No doubt about it. And you're going to be talking about all of it. Hopefully a Bucs win on the overtime show as soon as Bucs and Falcons wraps up. Can you please tell everybody where they can find it on their social media and on the radio?
Sure thing. We're on 95.3 FM, the mighty AM 620, along the iHeartRadio app. You can watch the overtime show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X at 953 WDAE. That's where you can find us there. We're going to be on immediately after the Buccaneer game ends. Phone calls, my reaction, your reaction, post-game locker room reaction as well, all in the overtime show on WDAE. It should be an interesting one tonight. Into the wee hours of the morning, Matt.
Yeah, that's right. Very excited to check it out. And hopefully the Bucs can have a clutch moment like Pete Alonso tonight.
I hope
thanks so
so.
much for joining us.
Thanks, man. Always a pleasure, man.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again to T. Kraz for joining the show as we get the right setting there. Yeah, a lot of great points from him. Make sure you check out the Overtime show. And Baker with a big-time scramble. By the way, Meets McGee with a $2 super chat says Sundays, 109-degree weather is affecting them. That's a really good point. That's a really, really, really good point. Probably got worn down from that a little bit. But hey, this is a hell of a game. Bucs run it with Rachaad White on first down. Not too much there. Yeah, a little bit of a battle of attrition. Now, like the Levante David injury, the lineman just kind of cut into him. And then Baker, again, kind of a crazy play. So, by the way, safety Jordan Whitehead has a groin injury and is questionable to return for the game. Second and 9. Baker has time, throws to the outside, just a little too wide for Cade Otton. 3rd and 9 coming up. Crucial play for the Bucs. It's been high scoring. Bucs defense has not showed up. They just suffered another injury with Jordan Whitehead. It's also tough when both teams have red as one of their primary colors. And what's happening here? Bucs taking a timeout. Bucs take a timeout. Don't love that. Don't love it. Yeah, Atlanta's 1-0 in the division after beating New Orleans. The Saints have already played twice in the division. They beat Carolina on opening day. JK says, I think it was a good timeout. Offensive line had hands on hips, sucking air. Yeah, I don't know if Bowles called it, if Baker called it. Falcons bring one blitz. Rachaad White can't pick it up. Baker's going to keep running. Oh, hold on to that football. Baker is angry at something. He's yelling at Carter. All right, 53-yarder, Chase McLaughlin. Money. Come on. Snap is good. Kick is up. He is money. 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 Let's play that video. Bucs take the lead. Chase McLaughlin has been well worth his new contract. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Bucs regain the lead. They once again reached the 30-point threshold. I believe that's for the 3rd time this year. Yeah, they did it week 1. They did it last week. Is this the time that the defense? Can the defense get a stop? Diesel Roche says, Herb Street blamed Rashad when that was clearly on Mal whiffing. Luke says, turnover time. Spit Geyser, let's get a turnover. By the way, we are going, listen, I know it's late. It's 10:49 on Thursday night. People got to work tomorrow, all that stuff. We will have a Pewter post-game show not long after the game is done. Hopefully we're talking about a win. It'll be myself and Scott Reynolds. And so, yeah, if you guys can join us, that would be lovely. And, of course, it'll be on our YouTube channel, so you can check out all that stuff. Dirk Disco says 450 in Honolulu. So that's great for you, Dirk. Love for you to join us. Rev Fish asking a podcast on Friday. Yes, we will have our follow-up podcast on Friday. So typically how, we do the show Sunday, Pewter post-game show, and then we have a Monday show. We will have a Friday show tomorrow. So, yeah, good question, Rev Fish. Can the Bucs defense make a play? So far, they have not. They've gotten a couple sacks. The sacks were key. And I think I'm not sure how many of the sacks were on third down. I know Vita Vea's was when he got the first one. I don't know about the other two. Cousins goes play action. Levante David on a blitz. They go to a screen to Bijan Robinson. Yaya just misses Bijan. The rest of the Bucs come in to clean it up. So a medium gain. And Jordan Whitehead is questionable, but he's standing on the side with that groin injury. Albert Vanka says, we'll be 5 a.m. here. Wind would be nice. Albert, appreciate you staying up with us. That is awesome. They're going to run it with Bijan. That's a win for the Bucs. If the Falcons want to keep running it, be my guest. Third down has been a killer for the Bucs all night. And now Yaya's hurt. Yaya looks in pretty big pain. I mean, the Bucs defense right now it's a ragtag bunch. I mean, Levante got injured today. Yaya's hurt right now. They're already missing Antoine Winfield Jr. Man, there are some tough injuries going on for the Buccaneers. They may need to get some guys off the street, or in other words, some walk-ons.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-Ons way.
Make sure you check out Walk-Ons. They have happy hour every single day, including all day on Tuesday with $5 Tito's. You see all the other dates there. A lot of 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can do that Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Wednesdays, you also have happy hour 9 p.m. to close. And Monday, you have happy hour 3 p.m. to close. So maybe if the Bucs can hold on, you can enjoy a nice happy hour celebration tomorrow at Walk-Ons from 3 to 6 p.m. They got some good deals with $3 happy hour pours, $3.99 domestics, $4 house wine, and $5.49 22-ounce domestic drafts. Their starters are fantastic as well. The Boom Boom Shrimp, the cheeseburger sliders. Wings are fantastic. I'm a big fan of the fried pickles. So Check out Walk-Ons. There's one in Wesley Chapel, another in the Tampa Bay area, and one in Midtown right by me, and also Raymond James Stadium. So tons of football is on this week. Check out Walk-Ons this weekend and enjoy all of their great stuff. Got a super chat to get to. And thanks to Bucks Basement for this $2 super chat. Says, can we fire the safety and the S&C staff? This is crazy. Are you talking about the secondary and the center, the coaching? I'm probably missing. But listen, it's one bad game. Like, it's a week-to-week league. It's a short week. I don't think we can blame. Like, we can't give them all the credit. Oh, strength and conditioning coach. Gotcha. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, my brain's jumbling all over the place. They blitzed Tyke Smith. Oh, Levante David. Oh, no, they call the flag. That's some BS. But to get back to the strength and conditioning part, I mean, like, some of these injuries, what is the strength and conditioning coach going to do about a concussion to Luke Gedeke? Levante getting hit in the knee. Like, I don't know. That's not a strength and conditioning coach. Like, come on. Let him play. Geist85, thanks for the $5 super chat. Says, for real, will the training and conditioning staff be investigated? There's not really too many soft tissue injuries. Like, Bryce Hall broke his leg. What are they supposed to do about that? Whitehead, groin injury. These aren't like soft tissue stuff. Football's a physical game. Yeah, I disagree with that call a lot. They're going to run it with Tyler Algier. Thank you, everyone, though, for the super chats tonight. You guys and gals have been super, super generous. Stan Glassman with a good point. Isn't that what they did to the Evans no call? Exactly the same play. Yeah, it was. So some home cooking for the ATL. 2nd and 8. Cousins drops back. Oh, man. Drake London's wide open. Wide open. I mean, this is going to come down to game-winning drive by Baker Mayfield. Penalty on the Falcons. Yeah, at this point, just root for Baker. And at worst, the Bucs would just need a field goal to tie it up. Baker looks zoned in. So 1st and 20, the Bucs got to get off the field here. Go gang tackle. Help him out. There you go. You have to get off the field here. 3rd and 20 or 2nd and 20. 2nd and 16. Mel the Buck says, I can't wait till we get our injured players back. I agree. Chris Braswell off the edge. Cousins throws it underneath. Levante misses a tackle. Jamel Dean's having a nice tackling day. And a crucial 3rd down. If I'm Todd Bowles, I bring the house. Bring the house down. Bring the house down. See, why is Jamel Dean 10 yards away from Darnell Mooney? Blitz doesn't get home. Cousins has time. And Mooney dropped it. Wow. The Bucs get a huge break. A gigantic break. He probably would have scored a touchdown. Wow. Holy smokes. Wow. Bucs have gotten lucky tonight. Koo missing 2 field goals. Mooney with the drop. Wow. Oh, it's blocked. The kick is blocked. Who got in there? Javier Thomas. And the Bucs keep the lead. Wow! Are you kidding me? Special teams has been huge for the Bucs tonight. Wow! Are you serious? As the great Dickie V would say. Are you serious? J5 says dimes, baby, dimes. Yeah, that was, kind of a turnover, but not really. But that was the big moment that the Bucs were looking for. Cali Buck says, yes! Man, what a great sports night if the Bucs can hold on. The Mets clinch and go to the next round of the playoffs on a monumental home run from Tampa local Pete Alonso. The Bucs have a big moment with this block kick and can extend their lead in the NFC South. A great night for sports. J5 Studio says, man, those Mets! That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Cali Buck says, using the Mike Evans emoji, also the pirate emoji. Frank G says they need to get a few diary downs, drains the clock, and score. Scotty J says, I'm stressed out of my mind. JK says, after the Mets talked about trading Pete all year. No, it's just whether or not they're going to re-sign him. Mel the Buck says, you can't be a Mets fan. No. Braves. The Braves aren't playing anymore. They're eliminated. So enjoy watching the Mets against the Phillies, 2 NL East teams. And the way that the Mets are winning has been fantastic. So, Braves, enjoy your offseason. Get out of here. But we appreciate your support of Pewter Report. So, yeah, go Bucs. Brian Molinaro, a Pewter Report YouTube channel member, thank you very much, says, guess the new special teams coaches are a massive improvement. Sergio Biltra says, I'm dying here, stressed. And this is when sports are the best. Thanks for being a good sport, Mel the Buck, with the laughing crying emoji. Cali Bucks says, finish the game with one more Evans touchdown. Cali Bucks, sign me up for it. Sign me up. By the way, yeah, Mets over Phillies all day, though. Agree with you there, Mel the Buck. Agree with you on that one. Jeff the Champ says, I'm a Rays fan, but one of my best friends is a Mets fan. And I can relate to how they've been in our lifetime, so I'm glad they won. Thank you, Jeff the Champ. Appreciate that. Random team fan says, LFG Mets. MJRVI says, let Baker bake. Furu Kawab really wants the pony package. I want the pony package as well. Baker, oh boy, his pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. We've seen that before. Malcolm Harvey says, minimum pass attempts. I respect the Bucs being aggressive. No doubt about it. Man, the Bucs got lucky. Great job by Javier Thomas. Jacob Hardy says, how about a non-TD so we can hit your prop? Yeah, I would love for that. Bucs run it on second down. Got a push. Rashad still going. Nice run on second down. That'll make it a 3rd and short. Got to keep the chains moving. Got to bleed some clock. We are very close to 2,000 people watching us on Twitter just alone. So thank you to everybody that's watching this show right now. I always have a great time doing the Game Day stream with Josh Capo, with Bailey Adams, with Adam Slavon, our guest from WDAE. It's great all the time. It's the best, though. Obviously, you want the Bucs to win in a blowout, but these crunch time moments, that's when it's the most fun for me. So 3rd and 2, Falcons send a blitz. It's picked up. Baker's going to run. He has the first down, and he slides. That's a first down for Tampa Bay. They keep the drive moving. J5 Studio says, I love Game Day. I love it too. Geist85 says, division games, give me the runs. That is hilarious. Makes sense, though. You know, these games mean a little more. This means something to me, damn it. If people know that gif. Jeff the Champ says, hey! Swayze, Lord Jimbo 2 says. Daniel Gomez, smart play Baker. Matt Clark, let Baker bake. They're going to run it with Bucky Irving. Gets a nice 4 to 5 yards. Love this from the Bucs run game. Creole King 33 says, grind it out, Tampa. Q's 44 says, pony time. Yeah, get both of them going. They can be on the field at the same time. They don't have to. I'm good either way. Look at that push from the offensive line. 4:30 to go. Bucs are kind of on field goal range. They go a little play action. Screen to Bucky. He breaks through the tackle, makes another guy miss, and gets about 3 to 4 yards. So not bad. Not bad. I thought there was going to be a holding penalty, to be quite honest with you, just the way that these refs are. But nice job by Bucky. That could have been a gain for 0, but he ends up making it a 3rd and short. So it looks like Rachaad White's going to be in on this play. We'll see if they do a traditional run. Do they try to do a short pass? I wouldn't mind rolling out Baker Mayfield again. I mean, he's been mobile. He's been on the move. Mike Evans hasn't been involved in the second half as well. He's still on 4 catches, 2 tutties. Run right up the middle. Oh, Rashad so close. He gets the push. That's a first down. That's a first down, Tampa Bay. Keep on moving the chains. Giving these breaks to Rashad and Bucky, too. That's a first down, baby. They got momentum. They got momentum. Damn, Rashad ran like right into the defensive tackle. Furu Kawab says Billy Ball. I think you mean bully ball, but I get what you're saying. Q's 44 just had you up. Said run, run, run. Bucky Irving back in the game. They're going to run it with Bucky. He's got a hole. Mike Evans leading the way. He pushes Mike Evans, and Bucky loses the ball. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, Bucky. Ooh, that's a tough break. Bucks get a good stop on first down. Oh, Bucky. Gaming Wizard said it's over. Bucks lose. MJRVI says terrible for Bucky. Yeah. I mean, the Bucks had that game sealed. Oh, but a big sack from Logan Hall. That's going to make it 3rd and long. With 2:15 to go. Oh, we got to play the video. But the Falcons are going to go hurry up as well. Sack. This is probably the best game of Logan Hall's career. Got to make a tackle. Got to make a tackle. Zion McCollum makes a tackle inbounds as well. Wow. The drama, folks. It's going to be 4th down. Bucky Irving is very upset. Baker Mayfield goes to cheer him up. Fourth and 15. For all the mistakes that the Bucs defense has made, for all the mistakes in this game, you get one stop and you win this game, and then you have several days off. You got the whole weekend off to get healthy. One stop, 4th and 15. Do you send the house? Do you make Kirk Cousins get rid of the ball quickly? Tristan Wirfs also tried to pep talk Bucky Irving. Oh, that was 8 rushes for Bucky Irving, too, so that bet's not going to hit. Frank G says they're going for it. I think they have to. There's a minute 52 to go. Yeah, they have to go for it. They got to go for it. Bucs need to make a stop. They need to make a stop. Spit Geyser wants no cover, 0 blitz, Todd. Cali Bucs defense. Can the Bucs, an injury-plagued Bucs, can they get off the field? 4th and 15. Falcons at the 20. Cousins has time, throws over the middle. It's intercepted by Levante David. Levante David puts the exclamation point on this game and gets his first interception in a couple of seasons. The veteran continues to do it over and over again. That's a signature play for the future Bucs Ring of Honor member and hopefully future Hall of Famer. Levante David with the interception on 4th down on Kirk Cousins. Bucs hold on to their 30-27 lead. There's a minute 44 to go. And the Falcons have 2 timeouts. Wow. Let's play the video. Let's play the video. All right, Bucs run it with Rachaad White on 1st down. Oh. Hell yeah. Levante David making the big play. Falcons call their first time out. Guys85 with a $2 super chat says, you like that? You like that? Sorry for screaming if it's too loud, but I'm fired up. This has been a great sports night if the Bucs can hold on. Atlanta had, I thought they only had 2 timeouts, but I guess they had 3. Tom says you like that. Cam says offense. You like that? Bucky Irving's back in the game, so he can hit his rushing yards prop. Bucky makes some tacklers miss. That's a good gain. Oh, there's a flag, though. That's not good. That's no bueno. It's going to be holding. Oh, a face mask penalty. What do they call it? If anyone wants to let me know, they didn't call the face mask. Are you kidding me? The other guy, Max, thanks for the $2 super chat, says stressful listening to a game instead of watching. Oh, Bucs go to a screen to Rachaad White. All right, so So the Bucs not out of the woods just yet. Yeah, I agree with Stan Glassman. No face mask call? Oh, boy. Yeah, if anything, it should have been offsetting. Oh, man. Baker had Mike. That would have been cool. The pressure was coming as well, so I get it. All right, 3rd and 25. You kind of want to get into field goal range here because the Falcons don't have any timeouts. You want to force them to score a touchdown versus a game-tying field goal. I think they're going to run a draw play. Bucky Irving's in the game. Yep, they run it with Bucky. Relax. I think they got to punt this. M says 3rd and 65. Player 1 says not a fan of that drive. Well, the holding penalty ruined everything. EH says he had a hole to the right. Yeah, it seemed like there was another place he could have gone. Jeff the Champ says should have called that damn face mask. I agree. Yeah, I think you punt it here. Make him go. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know how far it is. It does look like the Lions game, Daniel Gomez. Yeah, the Bucs were like totally in field goal range. That sucks. Gill with the punt. Oh, no! Oh, the Gunners were down there. That's a poor job. That's a poor job. Bucs need one more stop, man. They had the game in the palm of their hands. All right. Maybe the Bucs can get a stop. Vita Vea is on the edge. Oh, Kyle Pitts makes a catch. Inbounds. No? All right. That was a short game, though. Falcons are playing the clock as much as they are the Bucs. That was a 5-yard gain for Kyle Pitts. Nothing to the sidelines. Cousins has all day to throw. And, I mean, they're in field goal range. Now, don't slam them. "48 seconds to go. Tick, 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 tick. Bucs can't get pressure. They just missed the ball. McLeod makes the catch. He fumbles it. Oh, but it goes out of bounds. Is that a runoff? How does that work? 30 seconds to go. Smith knocked the ball out. Oh, man. Falcons are at midfield. So they'll make a 3rd and 1. Still need a little more time. Anthony Nelson just a second behind. Like just a second. So 3rd and 1. Again, Falcons not in field goal range yet. So the Bucs can get a sack here. London makes the catch. Now he's out of bounds. 17 seconds to go. Furukawa says Mu Dang could carve up this defense. Yeah, I think this has overtime written on it. 17 seconds. Cousins looking over the middle. Incomplete. McCollum with the coverage. So 12 seconds. Man, if the Bucs could just get a sack here. Falcons don't have a lot of time. 12 seconds. Great job by Zion McCollum. A big-time clutch play. The clock stopped because it's an incomplete pass. And Marquise Watts, who barely played in the game, is shaken up. Koo stretching it out. Oh, man, the drama. Bucs got big time lucky. This is drama. Now we have over 2,000 people watching. And Marquise Watts looks badly injured. We may get Jose Ramirez. Jeff the Champ says, we need to stop inbounds. Yeah, if they can make a tackle inbounds, it'll be very difficult to spike the ball. Get everyone properly set the right way. You got to think the Bucs will play for that as well. It's got to be a quick pass. Cousin looks over the middle. Oh, my goodness. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, my God. Cousins gets it off with 1 second. Whew. Unbelievable. 47-yarder, certainly not a guarantee. The play clock's coming down, too. Oh, my God, they called the delay of game penalty. Raheem Morris is furious on the sideline. They asked to pump up the play clock, but they did not. That's a delay of game penalty. Wow. So that makes it a 50 something? 52 yarder now. Bucs call timeout to ice the kicker. Whoo! What a game. Back and forth. Bucs should have closed it out. Ray Morris is livid. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Beware of the fake, says Baby Boy 2 to man. I don't think they're going to do that. Are we going to overtime? Bucs lead 30-27. Falcons have a 52-yard field goal to try to tie the game up. Snap is good. Kick is up. And it's right down the middle. We are going to overtime. Overtime. And I mean, the Bucs have blown it twice. The Bucky Irving fumble, and then not getting any points on that last drive. Yeah, this kind of seems like a way where the Bucs are not going to get it done. Okay, the ever important kickoff. Who's going to win the toss? All right, Falcons have won the toss. Man, it's a tough one. Bucs already have a tired defense. They got to go right back onto the field. The other guy, Max, has a $2 super chat. Thank you. Says, stressful listening. Oh, yeah, I already got to this one. Sorry. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Well, if you want to continue to live bet this game, you can over at BetUS. Let's talk about BetUS for a moment. BetUS is back for their 30th year of NFL action. They have the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 125%, and it offers its members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports like the NFL, UFC, and Major League Baseball. If you're looking for live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props, and parlays, BetUS has got them. How about fast payouts and exceptional one-to-one customer service? BetUS has got that too. So log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's betus.com or 800-79-BET-US. Sign up with the promo code Pewter and get that big, big bonus. BetUS, where the games begin. All right, folks, time for overtime. Game is tied at 30. Gill will kick it off. Man, the Bucs defense has to be gassed. Again, if they can get a stop, then the Bucs just need a field goal. Spitgeyser says, I have faith. man, imagine they just play to a tie. Good stop by the Bucs on first down with a run to Tyler Algier. Running has not been the issue. It's all been about throwing the football. The Falcons have done it fantastic. The Bucs defense has not been able to stop it. Cousins finds Drake London. Short gain. Does make it a third down. Yeah, Kirk Cousins has 440 passing yards. Crazy. 3rd and 3. Cousins to London. Caught over midfield. Yeah, Bucs are getting diced up. London looks hurt, though. Kirk Cousins may have 500 yards when this game is said and done. And who would have thought? Like, the Bucs had the turnover. Well, I guess the Falcons had a turnover as well. Man. Jeff the Champ says, I can't watch this. Peace out, guys. M says, I'm ready for a nap. JB Easy says, sad, just sad. Ben, but don't break defense will not work ever. All right, yeah, you never know. Could be a botched snap. Damn, Drake London popping off. 12 catches, 154 yards, and a touchdown. And Raheem Morris just hugged Greg Gaines. They obviously spent time together in Los Angeles. I agree with Baby Boy 2 Demand says much. Sorry. They say much needed break for the defense. I also agree with what Josh said. Missed face mask was huge. Cousins passing on first down, throwing over the middle. Oh, Zion misses. And that's the game. Falcons win. Hodge to the end zone. That's a bad, bad loss. That's a bad loss. The Bucs had the game in their clutches, and they choked it away at the end. So unfortunately, the Bucs lose 36-30. Very sorry, Bucs fans. Bucs are going to drop to 3-2 on the season. A brutal, brutal loss, and a tough one. We're going to have the Pewter postgame show in a little bit. A lot to talk about in this game. That's going to do it for me. Thanks to everybody that came on the show, from Bailey Adams to Adam Slavon to Chris Mathis and Tom Krasnicki as well. We'll see you guys soon for the Pewter postgame show. Out.